Good evening, and welcome to another edition of Friday Night Under the Lights. We are coming to you live from West Point Stadium. I am Richard Orr, along with Tread Hardiman, Alan Dunkling, and Danny the No, wait a minute, we're missing someone tonight. We're missing one. What's going on with that?
I believe the Weaver Motorsports called him.
And he had to answer the call. We are here tonight for a big matchup, West Point Warriors against the Fairview Aggies. Guys, what do you know about these teams? What can you tell us?
Well, one is West Point comes in to the Brandon Iron Bowl 1-1. Fairview comes in at 2-0. Both played last week with West Point losing their first game at here I believe against Good Hope, and Fairview getting a big win against Springville Tigers.
Trey, what do you know about them? You're an old Aggie boy, but you spent a little time here at West Point also. What can you tell us about the Aggies? And what to look forward to tonight?
Well, just a beautiful shot right there from the drone. Just seeing this beautiful stadium here at West Point, and yeah, being a Fairview alum, played at Fairview for a while, and spending a year over here as the AP with Dr. Black, got to know a lot of the community members. And I'll tell you one thing: there's a lot of pride in those bleachers that you're seeing there to the left and right of the screen. These fans love these teams, they love these kids, love their schools, and love their community. You're not going to find more support than you will here tonight for these kids about to play.
That's right, because both communities are very supportive of their teams. Got a couple stats that I know the fans have really come to love, the national rankings and such. So let me hit you with them early. So West Point, coming off a loss last week, is that right? They are currently ranked 9,930th in the nation. That was down a little bit from the week before. 270th in the state and 52nd in 5A. The national ranking for Fairview, the highest in the county, by the way, 3502. That's their ranking. 98th in the state and 20 in 5A. AD, you were about to say something a second ago?
Well, I was just going to say, I think they have the most unique names for this game. And year in, year out, both of them have a restaurant, Brandon Iron. Being Brandon Iron Bowl, getting to meet Coach Brian Simmons, getting ready to go call a little defense for the Aggies. I just think that's pretty neat being able to call it Brandon Iron Bowl. It just adds a little bit to the game itself.
So going into this game, Fairview they've been dominant in both games they've played so far. And a very solid rushing attack. Their leading rusher, Jake Harper, is averaging 195 yards a game. What does West Point need to do to stop that?
Man, it's just going to be about tackling. That kid is a big physical kid, a big bruiser in the back. He's not a run out of bounds guy. He's a stick his toe in the dirt and get upfield top runner. Just one of those old school guys who can see a lot of it. It's just going to be about tackling. West Point tonight, if they want to stop number 14, it's going to be about how many hats can they get him the football every time he touches. Because if it's a one-on-one situation, Philippine's going to win that battle. Not just for these West Point kids, but any team that they face. He's a real deal, guys. He's a real deal. It's going to be exciting to see what type of team effort he makes in defense.
Like seeing you got Fairview's team actually piling up right in front of us as they all get down and take a knee and get ready to pray. And I think this ask God for some blessings and some safety probably on both teams tonight. And we hope that for everybody.
Absolutely. As far as the Western side, this is and I'm sure we'll have plenty of time to talk about Coach Reddy in the broadcast, but Kevin McCravey taking the sidelines from year 2 here at West Point after taking over from Alan Farley. Coach McCravey, I know Coach Alan Duncan spent a time with him being our county AD, and I've been able to spend some time with him and just have conversation with him as he was hired, and just throughout the time talking to him. And I know how hard he works for these kiddos and how hard he works for this school. And just happy to see the improvement stuff that they have going on. So.
Both coaches just do a good job running their programs, and you mentioned Coach McCravey coming into year 2 and being able to get a win in that first ball game of the year. Last week kind of stumbled around a little bit against Good Hope, but going into half, that game was 14-7, anybody's game, and don't really know what transpired in the second half, but I know Good Hope able to pull away with a big win last week. So we'll see if West Point get back on board, and I agree with you, Trent, that if they're going to be successful tonight, going to have to tackle well, going to have to get hats on the runner, and secondly, too, going to have to contain Colt Redding, too, the quarterback.
Yeah, Colt's a good athlete. He's going to challenge you in the quarterback run game. He's also he's also talented enough with his arm that you have to respect that as well. And going to be interesting to see. And talking about Kevin McCravey, just a few wins under his belt. Don't know the exact total, but then you look across the sideline and you look at a man like George Redding. George Redding's 129 wins. The success that Fairview's had across the last several years. I mean, perfect undefeated regular season last year. I think this team right here in the last couple of years, these seniors may have lost 1 or 2 regular season games only over the last few years. So just riding a very good high of success, and state semifinal appearance several years ago, and just one of the good veteran coaches here in Coleman County that we have.
He seems to be producing. I'm sorry, Eddie.
No, that's all right. I was just going to chime in. They play a very competitive schedule.
They do.
Too.
He seems to have kind of what Alabama had going for a while, kind of become they were running back in for a while there. It seems that Fairview's got that too, and that's a pipeline of running backs that are hard working, just lacing people out and get a lot of yards.
Yeah, so it shifted. When Coach started that, it was I'd say it was more quarterback, right, Coach? You coached against him.
Yeah, we coached against him that first year.
I think he always had a good quarterback, and he still had very good quarterback play. You got Parker Martin there a few years ago, probably had the most cumulative wins of any quarterback in Fairview history. With the 10-win season, the semifinal run there, he was a good one, but he was not your traditional George Redding first of his career quarterback, right? This is more of the offense just to watch it evolve and see how they go. But man, it's just fun to watch, right? Because this offense is going to look very dynamic. You're going to see a lot of different formations. You're going to see a lot of different guys touching the ball, but the base of it, the meat of it, is the same that it was 15 years ago with George.
It's like I told George. It's really simple on that side, on the Aggie side of things. But if you're preparing for it, it's rather complex because of all the different sets that he throws out and the different looks that he gives you. And, they do a great job with cadence. They do a great job dispersing the ball to various players. And it's hard to prepare for. But I told him, I believe it was 2 years ago, that he has morphed.
Yeah.
That going from that run, pass-centric offense to really a very balanced offense.
Yeah, 100%. As we see from above right there, the Fairview Aggies and taking
a great shot from the drone.
Absolutely. And another thing about George is real good about self-scouting. And one thing that's interesting about that is you may have one play that he has, but in that play and you clip it, there may be 80-something formations or 80-something looks that he looks like. So to a defense preparing for that, Coach, you got 80 things to prepare for, but on the offensive side, man, it's a two-word thing. We're lined up and we're going.
And I'm going to tell you, from a defense coordinator standpoint, it's a nightmare. Because, number one, the first thing as defense coordinator, you got alignment and assignment.
Scared me.
And if you don't line up right, you're not going to do your assignment. So, you got to keep those things in mind when you're getting all those looks. Can I get my people lined up in the right place so that they can fulfill their assignment and responsibility?
Trey, let me ask you this. You played for George, probably the longest tenured coach now in the system here, and a lot of success. What is it that he does that brings success? What is it that makes a difference?
The thing about George, and like I said, we talked about this in his playbook, consistency. The way he attacks each and every day, it don't matter if it's week 1, week 11, or week 2 of summer workouts. The man's going to show up passionate. He's going to show up consistent. His expectations are not going to waver with how he does things. But on top of all of that, with the high expectations, kids love to play for him. He's doing things people don't see. He's got a pool, and stuff at his house. They'll want to send all the boys in the team to his house to do hot dogs. They're doing that type of stuff throughout the time and just loving the boys. And one thing that I love about George, I was able to actually, last week I had to go to the Fairview and development group lunch when my son walked. So I had about an hour in between, and I talked George out in the field house, and I went to talk to him for a little bit. And we were just talking about, this group of kids here. We finally got it where we're still having to teach the Fairview history, right? The Fairview traditions and what they have going on. So, although we're this new age of stuff that we're doing, he still keeps the tradition of Fairview very much alive with the stories that he tells, with the people he puts in front of the team, and wants this group to know in a world where we're all about ourselves, right? We fight a selfish word every day that we're really playing for more than the name on our back. We're playing for the name across our chest.
And that goes back to that community pride we 100%. Talked about. An early hero from this game that hadn't even started yet, Caleb Carr over here on the side. A young man walked by, accidentally tripped on the cord and almost deflated the Fairview tunnel, but he rushed to it, saved it, so shout out to him. Looks like Fairview is going to be receiving the opening kickoff, and we'll be ready to go to work.
Coach Redding back deep, along with looks like Scott Connor, and I can't make out, is that 21 to our far left?
We'll have Connor Scott and Jay Stevens will be the ones who's going to be back there with him.
Another, an injury that happened this summer, Zayden Cruz, I think, he was a receiver for him, and I think they were, upset to lose him, and obviously as a senior, he's kind of disappointed missing the season, but he's a good athlete they're out.
Foul for Fairview.
Underway. So let's talk predictions. We didn't have the pregame show; we had some technical difficulties, but shout out to Tyler's been working to get it together. Predictions, guys. What do you think tonight?
I think you're going to have both these teams very excited early. You're going to have kids make a lot of good plays. I think that Fairview run game is going to weigh on them by the end of the night. Fairview's going to take this thing.
Well, you got a score for us? Got a score prediction?
I'm going to say it's going to be somewhere
80 include on your pick last week. So what are you thinking this week?
I don't know that I want to pick again. I believe we'll have some tackling tonight. I really do. So I think we'll actually see. I still think it's going to be on the high end, and I'm favoring Fairview, number one, because quarterback is a known entity, running back's a known entity. They're going to be sound on defense with Brian Simmons over there, and they're not going to do anything to beat themselves. I think we're going to see like a 45 to 17 score somewhere in that vicinity. That's
somewhere similar. I think, like Trent said, that balanced attack is going to get them tripped up there.
But real quick, here we are talking about that. They're in a third and medium on the wrong side of the 50-yard line right here. First, really big play right here for Coach Redding to call as we try to keep this first drive alive.
Well, I think West Point heard you.
That's Trent, it. I love it.
Early on that they got a tackle, and that's it's certainly a good open field tackle there.
Yeah, and listen, I know we ain't got time to talk about West Point kids, but looking right here, number 8 right there, Bryant Moon. I mean, come on, man. He's as good as you're going to see in Coleman County and a lot in North Alabama.
He's going to get hit. Oh,
there he is. There's
that ball loose?
Early turnover there.
Yep.
Like
he's got that blindside shot there.
Number 2, Rush Lamar. Rush Lamar there, 10th grader on the strip sack, fumble recovered there by West Point. Right here we are, right here. West Point's got the ball in plus territory real early.
Yeah, well, here's the thing, I would have picked Ryan Fairview to win this probably by a decent margin. But turnovers are a great equalizer, and got to hang on to the ball. Hope didn't see him coming from that blind side, and as he had that ball, just lost it.
Well, Trey, to tell you, too, one of the things Coach got to do a good job of early on, he's got to get rid of the ball, get it out of his hands. I'm sure George Zimmer reminded him of that when he gets over there, going through those progressions. And if you can't, then pull it down, get what you can, and then fight again.
Absolutely. And look, you're a competitor, Coach, at quarterback. You want to hang on there and make a play, and just tough luck. But, hey, great play, and like Richard said, stole a possession right here early in the first quarter.
Yeah, Rush Lamar with a big hit right there, causing a fumble, and recovered by West Point. They got great field position.
So here at West Point, you're going to see a similar offensive look from the West Point Warriors. This is going to be what you call 20 personnel, 2 running backs, even though that guy Bryant Moon's offset there in the backfield. There you go. There's going to be a simple counter play there.
Almost had an opening right there.
Number 27, Ollie Howell, great kid. Ollie Howell, he's a senior. A great athlete and a phenomenal kid. And
he's averaging almost 100 yards a game, rushing 98 and a half yards a game. So they've got a decent running game themselves.
Yeah, and listen, just sitting here down here on the field level looking, and it's a West Point looking team, right, Coach? West Point always brings out good looking kids.
That's a big line right there.
Yeah, they always bring out big kids, man. They got big kids that walk the hallways, and they can just be a real physical team. And see right there, there's a little play action pass coming in. Throwing a quick hitch there.
He may have even lost a yard on that one. I don't know if he got it.
Catch there by number 20, Tegan Heaton. Son of Holly Pond star, Matt Heaton.
Yep, Matt Heaton. I'm sure he's here somewhere in the stadium tonight watching his boy play.
He just made his daddy proud.
That's it.
Good catch. With contact, that's hard. That's a hard catch to make. Coming back to the ball, and then you got contact immediately following. So, great job hanging on to football.
And looking at quarterback number 3, Aiden Ennis, talking to Coach McCravey some in this summer before the fourth season started, just about how things were going and whatever. I know they were in a little bit of a quarterback battle here. As you see, number 14, Jake Harper, knifing the gap to make the tackle there in the backfield. Aiden Ennis kind of stepped up as a senior to take that spot on. And
who was he battling with?
He was battling, I can't remember the guy. He was a younger kid. I think his name was Colton Kimbrell. He was a 9th grader, so you kind of had that 9th grader senior battle going. And I think Colton's going to be one as a 9th grader who may be good for some time for the West Point Warriors, but it may be a good developmental year for him to sit back and learn.
Well, a lot of folks may be saying, why you run that play right there on 3rd down and whatever, but you're in 4-down territory.
Absolutely.
So, that's a good call, good play. Get something positive, and you got another down to come back and try to get the 1st down. Certainly want to capitalize on this early if possible.
Was that a timeout or?
I think we're going to have a timeout for measure if I had to think.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, timeout for a measurement there.
So we're too early for the heat timeout.
Too early for the heat timeout.
So just got a text message while we're waiting on the sticks to get lined up. Text message from Miss Jennings, principal at Good Hope High School. Good Hope High School up on an early lead, 7-0.
Oh, nice.
With just over 10 minutes to go.
Who are they playing tonight?
Got Fultondale.
Fultondale, who Fairview beat.
No, excuse. Yeah, Fultondale tonight. It only shows 2 games there, but that's because Pisgah game's not on there. I'm sure that's a preseason game, but they're at Fultondale.
They got 3rd down in inches is what they've the measurement is shown.
Fourth down in inches.
Yeah, it's 4th down in inches. So it'll be interesting to see what we do here.
Tush push. It's time for the tush push.
Actually, it's 4th down, 5 yards with some inches because you're about 5 yards deep at quarterback.
That's it. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know if you'll see much under center from these crews tonight.
No, I don't think they do anymore. It's kind of gone away, hasn't
it? Yeah. Being a shotgun team, it's sometimes getting that snap's more risky than running from there. Looking something there. Yeah, Ollie Howe right the middle.
He's not
penetration there by Fairview real quick in the backfield.
He's not going to get
it. He looks like he fell forward. It's going to be close.
Hard to see. We're down here. We don't have a side view. We're down here kind of on the back.
George is arguing it that it should have been called. The whistle should have blown a little bit earlier because momentum appeared to be stopped.
They're going to be Yep. That's going to be turnover on downs.
So that's so listen, after early turnover there by Fairview with the fumble, a huge play right there by the defense, get them 4 and out, stop on a short 4th down, and kind of settle in the game a little bit and see now if we can kind of get it going.
Cold Springs is up from Adam McKinnon. Cold Springs is up 8-6. Appreciate our principals around the county giving us some updates.
Cold Springs playing Susan Moore tonight. That last year I was talking. Who was I talking to last week? It may have been Eric it was Coach Vos a couple of weeks ago when we were out there. That they reeled off 2 wins and then kind of stumbled against Susan Moore in that 3rd game. Felt like they were a better team. So I'm sure they were ready and prepared mentally and physically for that bunch at Susan Moore.
Colt Redding's ready to try to make up for that turnover and slinging it. That's going to be overthrown.
Yeah, so the interesting look there by West Point's defense. Don't know if you saw, they're playing what you call a 4 on top of 4. So what they're doing is they're matching those receivers 4 on top of 4. They're stacking that box. So they're not going to let Fairview in that look right there have numbers in the box to win in the run game, which is why you saw the rollout pass there. And it's 1-on-1, right, Coach? Go and make a play when you get in that situation.
You got to go make a play, and you got to be a good route runner.
Absolutely.
That looked like a little miscommunication on the route. I think Colt was thinking deep, and that looked like may have been cut off a little bit.
It is. There's an
old saying, too, Richard, that, if you throw in that long ball, you throw that long ball deep, you throw it long.
That's it. So there's Jake Harper around the side, going down, fighting down, staying in bounds. Good pickup there by him. And what people don't know, being the size that he is and the bruising back, he can still get around that edge with a little bit of speed as well.
I saw a lot of him last year at that 10th ball game at Good Hope. And, very similar, seeing him get the edge and down the sideline. And you're going to have a good run when you can make it hash number sideline.
Absolutely. And then when you're playing these teams that stack the box so much, you can get numbers out on the edge in the run game. But here West Point looks to take a little bit more balanced approach. Colt on the quarterback power right up the middle. Good gain there to get a little bit more than 5.
I stepped off to say hey to a parent real quick. Who took that? How far of a run was that?
It was Jake Harper around the right edge for maybe about 35 down the sideline. And for his first big run of the night, got a little daylight. And I'll tell you another one, number 8, Rex Chandler, running back there, pulling a backup duty there for Jake. He can go a little bit too, guys. He's got a little bit of juice to him. He's got a next gear in himself. So there's a good 1-2 punch there that Fairview's able to put at running back.
Yeah, Coach Reddy and him always have a couple running backs, and they do a good job rotating those guys in and out.
I think I saw Rex was averaging like about 70 yards a game. So he Jake's obviously getting most of the runs and the carries, but like I said, a good backup there.
Well, they're going to be divided. You're going to have 4 kids get some carries tonight. You're going to obviously get a lot of 14 Jake Harper. You're going to see Rex Chandler, number 8, get some carries. Obviously, Colt Redding, number 15, get some carries. But also Jay Stevens. Jay Stevens plays a little bit of inside receiver. Will come in and play that sniffer back from time to time. They'll do some stuff. I think he got a jet carry in the first series there. Those are 4 guys who's going to get a lot of touches of the ball, and all of them are pretty dynamic. All of them can go at any time. And
what I like, too, is they keep you honest in the inside, too, with that little quarterback power. With Colt, nothing fancy there. But it keeps you honest, keeps those linebackers from flying out, and, just a good scheme all around.
And an update from Daniel Wakefield, Hansville principal. They're down 7-0 against Gordo.
Be a tough one tonight against Gordo. And the thing talking about Fairview is hitting everybody off of a stretch or off of a wide zone, and just that quarterback keeper back to the left side off the wide zone, because it's easy to get linebacker flow, right? You get them flowing one way, you keep them back going the other. That's a good way to get some creases going. So
that's why whoever's coaching those inside linebackers got to teach that backside backer. He's got to shuffle before he gets headed uphill. You might head uphill, but you got to shuffle if it's away from you. Hit your gap. You still got a gap responsibility, and if you fly off too soon, they're going to bring it back against you.
So interesting formation here. This is a tray set, but they brought in an extra offensive lineman there. So they got 6 offensive linemen in with the 3 receivers there on the side.
Oh, he's open, wide open.
Back of the screen is that number 21. Jay Stevens.
That's a nice touchdown.
And that's what you get. So great ball, great play call there by Colt and Coach Redding there. But when you play that 4 on top of 4 defense, there's a lot of empty grass out there for them to run to, and you just saw it right there.
And he was wide open right in the center there. Nice route run by him, and I didn't see the front end of it if he had a great move or what, but he was wide open for that nice catch.
It was just a good route. He ran a good route. And,
so they got 6 offensive linemen in with the 3 receivers there on the side. Oh, he's open, wide open. Back to the screens, that number 21, Jay Stevens.
We're going to have a replay tonight,
and that's
our
what
man
you
Ty
get.
Watwood coming through.
Ty's a man of many talents now. I'm going to tell you, if anybody makes something happen, he'll make it happen. So early on here, it looks like it's going to be a 7-0 Aggie lead, and they'll be kicking off to the West Point Warriors.
Do a quick shout-out to our team here. First, Ty Watwood and Chris Chafin, because there was a lot of technical difficulties, and they battled through that and got this set to go on air, so we appreciate that. And then we've got all of our camera folks. We've got Allison, Leah, Jessica, Christy, Brittany, Christy's husband, Michael. Not sure, did I miss anybody? I think I got them all, but they're bringing the action from up top and on both sidelines.
And what folks don't realize, I get asked occasionally, hey, why don't y'all cover that, why don't you cover that? And it takes a lot of prep work by that crew you just named to get ready to do just this event. Ty's been here all day.
Well, Ty's a dictator boss, too. He just beats us down. Oh, here we go. Here's around the county, or I guess around the area scores.
Yeah, so it looks like Coleman over Athens, 7-0.
Oh, Hansville, Gordo scored again.
Yeah, Coleman looking for their first win of the season.
And a text from Nate Ayers, principal at Holly Pond High School, said a 70-yard touchdown early was 6-0 Holly Pond.
Very good over Sylvania. My 2 bags of groceries and a couple of chickens, or one bag of groceries.
That's right. Coach is the best coach in Southland Story.
Oh, there we go. See, they got West Point boy and Fairview kind of a little mouthy there, but one of the Fairview guys stepped in and dragged his guy off.
Yeah, a little Brandon Iron Bow action right there. Just get that a little early on, but they'll settle down, play, and play with your pads, not with your lips.
So big series here for West Point. Big series here after going, getting the turnover, getting stopped on 4th down. Had a little bit of success there, kind of running the ball, hit the quick hitch out there to the outside, and just need to get something going here to kind of keep pace with Fairview. And I know it's only 7-0 and keeping pace, but we also know the firepower that Fairview crew is going to have.
Yeah.
I think they can score from anywhere on the field, and you saw that long run could happen quick, so they don't want to get down.
Outside, great play there. 21, Jay Stevens on the tackle. What number is that on the run? That's going to be number 2, Rush Lamar, who had the big strip sack earlier. And, one thing I love about these teams is you see both sides of the football. These are both 5A schools, some of your larger size schools across the state, and you still got guys playing both sides of the football. And your athletes are going to play, and that's just great to see.
I like seeing, like Colt Redding, he's on defense. You don't hide that quarterback. You got a great athlete. You got to put him out there.
100%.
Well,
did you play both ways?
Yeah, I did. Junior year, I wasn't able to, but senior year was able to play both ways a little bit and go. There's a false start there by 73. You can tell by his reaction. Eli Lee.
He knew it as soon as he did it. And that will not be good for him. Get backed up a little bit. First down and 15.
West Point's sporting some
a little bit
big
further than that,
receivers.
Second and 17.
Yeah, I mean, number 12 just coming in. Cooper Howard there, great baseball player as well. Just another good athlete. Number 8, Bryant Moon, son of Shanna Gardner, someone we love dearly. Hope Shanna's doing well. I know she's here tonight and probably not listening, but he's a ball player, guys. He's one to watch, and he's a guy that they need to get him some touches. Somehow, some way, they need to get the ball in his hands there, and just like that, they tried to, but
he slipped before. It was a low pass anyway.
He's a dynamic playmaker with the ball in his hands, and just a guy he needs to get some touches too. And he's just an 11th grader.
I think you're wrong to assume Shanda's not listening to us. Instead, probably had her AirPods in up there listening to us.
That's it.
I think. You see some of the folks that are tuned in on Facebook. Got Kevin Brown watching with us, and a couple of folks. Claudia wishing the Warriors good luck out there. Tune in. You can catch us on CCBOE TV. You can catch us on Facebook, obviously. Supposed to be on Roku. Someone said there's a little problem there, but maybe it'll be on soon.
Well, I'm going to give a shout-out to the compound. We're having a family watch party tonight.
How about that?
Hey, how about that? How about that?
The only thing I'm missing is I'm sure Nana has whipped up something for everybody to eat.
Maybe they'll save you a little bit.
We would starve if it wasn't for our Nana, so we appreciate her.
Well, I assume the compound's tuning in early because they'll be in bed by about 8 o'clock.
Yes, because we have homemade biscuits in the morning at 8:30, so that's
we
got to be sure that we're going. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Nana's making those, not
Kim.
No, Kim and Sadie's off this weekend for making homemade biscuits.
So we need to be there, what, about 8:15?
Come on. Come on.
What are we?
Fourth down and long.
Going to be
looking at punt here.
Oh, it's high. That's going to be a problem.
High snap.
That's going to be.
See what happens here.
He's going to get clobbered. Oh, boy.
No,
he dropped the ball.
It.
That's
so
a touchdown.
There for Fairview. Yeah. Hard play there for the punter in that situation. And, hey, listen, what you want to teach that guy? 2 points is much. Less than 7, giving it up. You want to teach him just to fall on it. But also, can't credit the kid. He was trying to make a play, right? He was trying to break that tackle and get out.
Once he had his leg in his hand there, it's kind of hard to
trying to make a play.
It's still a good hit. Oh, here we go.
No, he dropped the ball.
That's a great chance for a guy who only scored a touchdown to get one. What number was that? 55?
55. He was 55. Joseph Harbison.
Hard play there for the punter in that situation. And, hey, listen, what you want to teach that guy? 2 points is much less
on a limb and maybe guess that.
You never know. Some of these
10th grader.
Sometimes these guys that are linemen were, like the star running back in middle school, so you never know. But how about that? Some light down here.
So here we are, 6:30 to go. Fairview with a 14-0 lead over West Point, and West Point's going to come right back down on offense. And Coach, what do they need to do here to kind of get rolling on this one?
Well, first thing you got to do, just settle down. Don't panic. You still within the parameters of your game plan, and we just need to start moving the chains and get the ball into playmakers' hands. And I thought they did a good job on their third down play a while ago, getting the quarterback out on the corner. Give him an opportunity maybe a couple times to do that with the threat to run it. In that regard, and I believe they'll do that. I believe they'll do that, but we got to move these chains.
After that, they're going to be nervous in punting situations, And I don't think that'll be their last punting situation for the night. They'll just have to shake that one off and get right back at it. I hear we have the demon voice on our replay, so hope that's not going on still. But
beautiful
shot right there.
That is a beautiful shot.
Beautiful
I love
shot
the drone.
there from the drone.
Love the drone footage. Just such a different, what do you call it? Dynamic.
There we go. Tough word.
Yeah.
All right, taking it deep. About the 5-yard line.
Oh, we got a flag coming in.
So 2 going at it over here on the side. He's appealing to the ref. He doesn't like how he got manhandled there.
And that may be the same 2 from earlier.
I think it could be. They're going to remember each other's number.
Exactly.
I didn't know we had the flag graphic on this. How about that?
I'm just waiting. I'm gonna have to write a grant or something. I want the sketch pad so I can go back.
Yeah,
and
it'd be kind of nice to be able to
yeah.
draw a little bit on there. We could do a little painting stuff, couldn't we?
Yeah, but we want to keep NBC and CBS in business.
That's
so
right.
We need to stay where we're at.
We also don't want to give Ty too many ideas.
Exactly.
Ty throw us a Etch-a-Sketch.
Yeah.
So penalty there. Didn't see what it was. Probably a hold or block in the back or something.
Yeah.
Had to guess for it to be that amount of yardage. But bad starting field position here for West Point. Going to be on the right hash, backed up on the 11-yard line. 89 to go.
It's just one or two good blocks away from a long run.
That's it.
Yeah, and your thought process here, I Coach Bowden used to say, hang on, somebody's about to score, but also thought process is,
I got 10.
From this standpoint is try to get 2 first downs.
Yeah.
Try to get 2 first downs, and if you get 2 first downs, then you kind of free yourself up as to what you can do and give yourself a little breathing room to operate your offense.
Quarterback number 3, Aiden, is lucky there, not with another turnover backed up in their own zone. He kind of just framed that pass right there and jumped in front of him and just went right through the hands of the Fairview defender.
That'd have been an easy walk into the end zone, too, from about the 15-yard line.
Here we go again.
Nice shot from the drone. Appreciate
Senator
Senator Gudger donating this to us.
Absolutely.
Little draw play there.
Yeah, it's a great angle. I could watch the entire game from right there.
Yeah, I could too. You see everything.
Exactly.
You see the line play. You see everything.
So here we go, 3rd and 6, big possession
down.
right here.
Big
Need to try to
down.
get a first down because you don't want to be punting backed up again, especially after the last one that they had.
And you don't want to give the ball back to Fairview right now. You want to hold it a little while and get a first down or 2 and kind of take the wind out of their sails a little bit. Let that offense stay over there on the sideline.
Had 3 plays, all kind of ended up right around the same yard line, right around the 15 to 17 yard line. So they are going to be punting again. And
yeah, and like the play call there, but just great team speed by Fairview flying to the football and throwing that into the boundary. You take away some of that field, but that's one thing you're going to see with a Brian Simmons and George Redding defense is that very few times are you going to see them get outnumbered with something. They're going to try to match numbers with numbers, and so just kind of got to beat them with technique and beat them with what you do. And here comes 2 of the most nervous cats in the stadium, the snapper and the punter coming back out for a big 4th down.
Yeah, like I said, they could be back in that same position. So, things to go wrong, take the 2.
Yeah, you want to get a good snap here, and secondly, you want to get a good kick and try to tilt this field position a little bit. Last couple possessions certainly hadn't been in the favor of the Warriors from a field position standpoint.
And it's gonna take a thunderous kick or some really good coverage to get it flipped because they're set up to have great field position again. Coach Redding there giving a few final instructions before they take the snap.
Number 5, Connor Scott, back deep. Good at 15 and 5 are back deep there. That's just ensuring that we have a better opportunity to catch this bounce, but he was able to get it off.
Oh, that's a short punt. No, it's actually got a good roll.
And that's a great job there by that punter.
Yes.
Punting from his goal line to get it to the opposite 40. Pretty good. Would like to see those guys come in there and catch the ball, but with the way the Fairview offense moved last time,
got a favorable role
exactly.
there, and now you need to just step up, play defense, get a good stop here, and force a Fairview punt.
Punter did a good job scooping that up because that was not a good snap again. They may want to go over there and practice a couple of those.
So it'll be interesting to see here what West Point does on defense. So they got a safety back now. So it looks like they're going to back off just a little bit. Still kind of playing 4 on top of 4, but what you're going to see is a 6-man box right here instead of a 7 that they've been showing. Rolling down, look like you want to bring some edge pressure there from number 8. Yeah.
Nope, backed off.
Look to see number 8 coming here off the edge. There he comes. Just running away from him. Yeah, running away from him.
He's probably not going to get caught. Wow. That's he kind of a late tackle there. But was that about a 60-yard touchdown?
Yeah,
got a flag.
Oh,
here.
that's going to be. I think that's going to be a late hit.
Yeah, late hit.
He was 8 yards in the end zone when he got tackled.
Yeah,
there.
number 13, Chance Aldridge there, the senior defensive back from West Point there with a late hit. And
good block on the edge right there. I don't know who that was that threw that block, but a good block on the edge that kind of sprung that play.
Yeah, and like I said, that even though they started with a safety, they shifted to a 4 on top of 4 and brought the edge dog there from the other side, and Fairview did a good job calling it away from it and hat on a hat and split the gap, and that's what you get.
Yep.
Did he get touched the entire time?
He did not. No, not until he was about 5 yards deep in the end zone.
So that got dark there. That penalty's going to stand. It's going to be that touchdown's going to stand.
Yeah, they'll enforce that on the kickoff. So Fairview will be able to kick off from 15 yards closer than they normally would.
That will not be good because they've been battling field position anyway already.
Exactly. And so it'll be interesting to see if they're going to pooch it or if let's let Colt Redding kick it out of the back of the end zone and extra point here.
Hey, big game coming up next week. I remember, Trent, you saying something about Ardmore being the hot team in that region. That's where Fairview will host Ardmore next week. So
yeah, big game. And like I said, from talking to Coach Redding, and I was talking to Mason Bose, the basketball coach here at West Point before the game, was talking about the region play, and he mentioned that Coach McCravey mentioned to him that Ardmore is probably going to be one of the better teams in the region too. So that's going to be a big matchup there for Fairview in the region play there. So 4:54 left to go in the first quarter. Fairview with a 21-0 lead, and we are going to jump to a commercial break.
Check out these sponsors. We are back. I think Ty's going to bring us a shot. Of course, we're kind of watching the weather. We know there's some storms rolling in tonight, and you can see where they're coming.
There we go. Just staying north of us.
We look safe. We're going to be fine.
Looky there, weather.
We love it.
Yeah. Weather didn't want to mess with this matchup.
That's right. Maybe we'll get a little breeze off of that.
That's it. So here we are, kicking off from the 45, opposite of the 50, almost at the tip of the spear.
3 touchdowns. Early in this game already from Fairview. He's going to put it right through the uprights.
Gonna let that one go. Come bring it out to the 20.
I think I'd just kind of squibbed that down there and try to pin him down deep. Oh, got a little bit of shoving going on. Yep, there they are, a little more unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Fairview's been winning this field position battle. They got a 15-yarder, kick it through the back of the end zone to ensure a touchback, and they've really kind of had West Point with their backs. They're on goal line a lot, and if that's going towards Fairview, you don't want that because that helps West Point out tremendously.
I'm assuming these are going to be offsetting. I'm going to assume they're both.
Yeah, offsetting penalties there.
Yep. I think
both coaches get them young men over there on the side and
get
them settled down, tell them they need to concentrate on the ball game.
A lot of the West Point faithful didn't like that call being a offset penalty, but
they were both doing some pushing out there. I'll tell you, the real battle's going over on the hill here. They've kind of gone up the hill now, but there's some serious football with these kids over on the hill.
I'm just amazed that they can stay on the hill.
I know. I'm surprised they're not piled up by the fence. That's a steep hill. And here we go. West Point giving it a shot again. Got the 2 receivers spread out wide, both sides. A little shout out from JT Scott, watching on some CCBOE TV, saying some excellent play calling. He must be just playing in his head, not listening to us. I don't know.
Tackle there by number 17, Weston Tankley. Just does a great job running outside, just getting flat down the line, like not getting in the backfield. Just stick your toe and run flat down the line, knowing he's going to have to cut back into you at some point. And
just good penetration.
Yeah, just great coaching there. And really number 21,
Jay
he
took his legs there.
Taking on that block.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he set the edge,
making him cut up to his help. That's how you do it. If I can just teach the 6U flag football, the Cowboys.
The Cowboys,
set the edge. Set the edge.
How did y'all do last week?
We won, had a big win. We had got beat by the Falcons on Tuesday, and last night had a big win against the Chiefs. So,
coach of the year in play?
That's Coach Jeremy Klein. Who
okay.
you can thank for that. Coach Jeremy Klein. I may be up for the Broyles Award. I don't know, but
the best assistant in the country right there.
That's it. All right, here we go. Another big third down. Backed up.
Look like we got an Aggie shaking up on the play, but I'm sure they get him over there in the encore, get him taken care of, get him back on field.
Number 42, Alex Garcia, and Fairview's trainer, Lindsay, is a West Point graduate, so she's been had a conflicting Brandon Iron Bowl for a while, but she's been with Fairview quite some time, does a good job. And obviously Donna Chambly there with West Point High School has been at West Point for a long time, and they just do a great job keeping their kids on the field. And
being the Brandon Iron Bowl, a quick shout out to the Brandon Iron, whether you're at Fairview or West Point. Great food. We did the cooking in Coleman there last year, and great food, great family that owns it, and a great place to stop if you're on a game night or any other night.
Big play there by number 3, Aiden Ennis, to scramble out to the left side to get a first down. If I'm not mistaken, that may be the first down that West Point's got this game.
I think you're right. And at a critical time, they need to get a drive going here, move that chain a little bit, get some confidence, and got a lot of time left in this ball game. Yeah, still my favorite dish at Brandon Iron, though, other than the salad bar, is the cheeseburger. Man, they got a great salad bar, cheeseburger. Man, that cheeseburger.
There's a big cutback there, but Ollie Howe got up underneath.
That's probably their
34. Not Ollie Howe, excuse me. That is Titan Thornton.
About a 9-yard run. That's probably their best play of the night so far.
Play, and it just a good job after he got the ball. There's a little bit of penetration, but just stuck his toe and got vertical and hit the gap, and that's what you need to do.
Got Leslie Hensley on Facebook here. It says Mr. Friday Night Lights, but she's tuned in, headed to Kentucky.
Leslie Hensley headed
for some Saturday Night Live. She said.
That's the mother of former West Point quarterback Hunter Hensley, and can't find a better kid than Hunter, and love him and wish him the best as he begins his college career.
Who's he going to be playing for? Nice
run
up right at the middle. Here. Nice job.
I think he's with Cumberland.
Okay.
I think I
awesome.
can't remember. I know there were several opportunities that he had, and I think that's where he went to. But wish him the best. And here we go. West Point doing a good job. 2 first downs right here, getting something going, and getting the ground game going there.
That's what you got to do when you're down like this. You just got to find something positive to build on. A couple first downs. That was a nice run right up the middle. Just try to keep it going now.
Yeah, and every drive becomes crucial, right? You're looking for scores and stops. And
they have helped their field situation now, even if they had come up short. Oh.
Yeah,
may have jinxed them.
You got to look at, you go into a game, you know that I'm pretty much possibly going to get this number of possessions. And, probably not this early on, but somewhere in this game you start counting possessions. And you certainly want to get something going as soon as you can and get some points on the board.
But having a little success here, you've seen a lot more of the quarterback run game. You're looking at doing some eye candy with some different counters and lead plays going back across, and quarterback run game just a couple of blocks away, getting on that second level guys, which Fairview's got a pretty good second level of linebackers there, as you see.
Good job
run
with
right
the
up the middle. Wow, great play.
Great job pulling it down. And
now, speaking of eye candy, if we can get a shot of the crew over here, I think that right here is plenty of eye candy for the viewers. And
I'm with you.
Unfortunately, there's no cameras around for that, so I guess I'll be stuck watching the game. We seem to be frozen up here. There we go. Nice run.
So good drive, and another thing here too is just the clock, right? Getting that clock going, getting a little bit of possession, letting your defense have a rest, and just kind of get it going here, and just seeing it's been on the ground, right? It's been on the ground, just keep it on the ground, and mostly between the tackles. Fairview seeming to bring a lot of pressure right here.
Try to turn that corner, but no, that got shut down quick.
21.
Nice. Who was that, 21?
Jay Stevens, yeah. Jay Stevens, he's going to play that outside linebacker position to the field for Fairview, and he's going to do a good job coming the outside shoulder of that number 2 and setting the edge. He's done it for a while. And he'll continue to do so, and just a great play by that kid.
Too bad we don't have the fans get to call the play. We got one saying throw it to number 8 for West Point. They had to consider that. Let the fans call plays from his call in and suggest a few plays.
They like to call the plays, and they'll call the penalties too. But I do like to play. Try to get number 8 some touches.
Yeah, and he's a good athlete. That's a nice job.
Another scramble by number 3.
Oh, and he let him know it's a first down. I'm not sure to do that.
But I think he was short, though.
Oh. Well, that's unfortunate.
I think he said it's 3rd down and 3 to go with his celebration.
I think he had 3 out.
Yeah,
he
was
3rd and
3 to go, which is much better than 3rd and 15,
yes,
which was what he was looking at with that sack that he avoided.
Now he has done that twice on this drive, and that's been very impressive. Nothing developing downfield, pull it down, get what you can get, and had 2 pretty good runs.
Last play of the first quarter looks like, which is well ahead of the pace we had last week, because it was about an hour and a half per quarter last week. Looking to throw. Well, I was wrong. There's another play.
Fairview on those scrambles just need to do a little bit better job saying their rush lane integrity, maybe getting a little bit too far upfield and going. And here we go, big call right here, 4th down.
4th and
right here where we're
looks
at.
like we're about 4th and 5 maybe.
Yeah,
kind of hard to say.
5 maybe. It's kind of hard to see.
It looks like it's about halfway in between. We got a penalty that came from the sideline.
Looks like we're going to have a sideline warning against Fairview. Yep, that's what we got, sideline warning against Fairview.
So there'll be no yardage. Just they better get it together over there.
Absolutely. So interesting to see here what Fairview's going to do with looking at number 15, Colt Redding's alignment. It looks like they're going to bring a lot of pressure here. Play man straight up.
That's Rush is coming hard, slings it up high, coming right at us. Oh, no flag. Shouldn't be a flag. That was a nice job. Nice coverage. Good thought, but he was covered pretty tight.
Yeah, good coverage there by the 10th grader, Aiden Batts. There on the play and them taking a shot there on 4th down and just another turnover and downs and Fairview getting the ball, and that's the end of the first quarter.
Nope. I think I told you, Ty's.
And we're going to stay here at the quarter break. So Coach Dunklin, 21-0 in the first quarter. Take us into Coach McCravy's huddle. What you saying right here?
Well, the first thing you're going to tell the kids is great job getting us out of the hole down there, and really and truly flipping the field. Now you got to challenge your defense to come up with a stop, and not give up the big run play,
yes.
Not give up the big pass play. Hey, if they're going to march it down the field, they got to earn it inch by inch. Stay tough, play tough, and what you're hoping for is that you can get a stop, get a punt, decent field position. You've already established the fact that you can run pretty good on this bunch right here. Stay with that. I still say stay with that play calling that they had, and let your quarterback do some wheeling, dealing back there, and hopefully have some success right here for the half.
I think one of the most disheartening things that could happen after, West Point made a bit of a drive. They lost it on downs there, is to give up a big run right away. So hopefully their defense will kind of, be fueled by that offense and their little bit of success they had right there and be able to shut them down. That's what they're hoping anyway.
Absolutely. And so it's going to be crucial. And look, if you can get through the second quarter with cutting this thing from 3 scores to 2 and getting to halftime with a 2-score game, you've got to feel good about yourself coming back out, especially knowing that you get the ball to start the second half.
Yes, sir.
That's the extra possession that they're going to have coming. So,
but they'll really be headed towards us now.
It's going to start here. It's going to start here, and once again, Fairview's in a 2-by-2 balanced formation. We'll see what West Point likes to do defensively, and looks to be a lot of the same, right? Playing 4 on top of 4. That just leaves a lot of grass out there on the outside for him to see. There he goes. He bumps out. Looks like you're going to have something split right over the middle.
Oh,
yeah.
He looked like he kind of got turned around and doing some backpedaling trying to get to that.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, that just a little bit better ball better that Colt Redding, and he walks into the end zone, and just like you saw the quick motion there with the back, right? A little bit of confusion. The outside linebacker ran, the safety just spun out with him and left the guy wide open.
He was right there in the middle of about 3 guys.
Yeah, just missed it there by Colt Redding, but that's what you get.
And good play design. I mean, it's good play design. Gets that onside linebacker, out, pulled out, and then you throw it in behind where he just vacated from, and just got it behind him just a little bit. I could have made that throw. You think I could have made that throw?
I think you could have.
Uh-oh. And here goes Colt.
Colt Redding on the outside.
He's going to head. Oh, he's going to turn it back up and get a few more.
great play there. Get him back, just misdirection back to the quarterback. And I do, Coach. I think you have that throw in you, man.
I think he'd have had that run in him, too.
Oh, 100%.
I'd had to have some cut blocks up front because, I don't know that I can throw over those offensive linemen. They're pretty tall.
100%. So here we go. Fairview driving, up 21-0. There's a little two-back gap scheme there, back to the backside.
I haven't seen any updates lately on any of the games around the county. I know JT Scott had said that Fairview, or I think Holly Pond was still. Well, here comes one right now. Jimmy Jennings sending us Good Hope is up 14-0 with 8:59 in the second left.
Got Susan Moore and Cold Springs tied at 14. Holly Pond up 6-0 on Sylvania. Good Hope. Did you say that was 14-0?
Yeah, it's 14-0 now.
There, 21-0 here, and Athens over Coleman early, 14-9.
Wait, Addison's handing it to Shoals Christian right now. It was 33-0. That's early in the game. They may be able to beat the rush of the restaurants after the game.
Yeah, Addison, they may have a running clock second half.
Got Chris Green, old Fairview graduate, tuned in, watching. Shout out to Chris, good kid. He's a man now, I guess.
He's
I
used to be a kid.
Everybody used to be a kid, I suppose.
So here we go. Balance formation here with Fairview. West Point still keeping their 7 in the box, as you can see, and nobody behind them. As soon as we break through daylight, good play there by the linebacker. Good stop there,
piled up.
Gap integrity, nice job.
Which is exactly the key you said. I mean, it seems simple, but you got to get a lot of hats on them because these guys are slippery. They're strong, they're slippery. Whether it's Colt or Jake, they're gonna bust some tackles. So you better get a few people with you.
Yeah, number 15, Julio Fuentes there. 52, I'm sorry, Julio Fuentes there on the tackle, who's also the punter.
He's a good-sized punter, you know. I mean,
100%.
He can get that leg into that kick when he does it.
So big play here. Looks like it's 4th down.
Oh, it dropped.
Good coverage by West Point.
Good coverage there by West Point.
And that's a win for West Point to get a stop. They drove down here. What are they on about the 25?
Yeah.
Get a stop. Like I said, defense was going to feed off some of that offensive success, and now let's see if they can turn it around and drive back down the field again.
Kind of surprised with the kicking game that Fairview has. I'm not second guessing Coach Redding. He knows what he's doing, and not putting Colt back there to kick a field goal. Get a few points. Add to the 21 you already got, but evidently feeling confident they can pick up the first down.
Yeah, and thinking about that play call there on 4th and short, you go into that, you have 4th and short and gamble, right? You have that stuff met, and with as much edge pressure as they brought, they thought they'd make him slip the little sniffer back out there in the flat and get it, but great job there by number 8, Bryant Moon, on recognizing the play call and being in the coverage, and a big stop for West Point.
What year did you graduate from Fairview?
2010.
Okay, I got Nick Suddeth giving a shout-out on there. Fairview graduates 2012. I remember him when I was there.
Number 70 from Fairview. Good play right there. Get his name called out. Some of them big guys up front. Andrew Latham along with number 55, Joseph Harbison, in on that stop.
Andrew Latham, one of the Latham twins, with his twin brother Avery Latham. Number 74. Good kids.
What are they doing? Fairview looked a little. They just get a penalty?
Looks like it. I didn't see what the call was.
I didn't either. I just saw Colt's reaction out there. And
looks like a big one.
Pretty good size one, though.
Yeah, could have been a personal foul, face mask, or some sort of unnecessary roughness or something there. But that wasn't your 5 to 10 yard penalty there. That was a pretty big size penalty there.
Yeah,
so
that's pretty big.
First down for West Point helps with field position, gets them out close to midfield.
First and 10 from the 40, 42, 38 maybe.
Ollie Howell up the middle. Good run there on first down. Gets 6.
He hit that hole hard. I mean, you can see how he averages 100 yards and a game, just about. And there's some big boys up front trying to make holes for him.
Yeah, those guys they got a good-looking crew up front.
And it looks like the West Point band has mobilized and worked themselves into position along with the cheerleaders.
Ollie Howell, 2 good carries in a row, finishes the run, too. I like how he finished that run.
I do, too. I like the way he runs.
So here we go. Big drive here for West Point, getting it across the 50 and going, trying to cut into this deficit.
Well, he did go strong at the end of that run, didn't
he? Yeah, Ollie's a good kid. You're not going to find a more respectful young man either than Ollie Howell. He's one of the good ones.
Go 1st and 10.
You know, the thing I like looking at both these teams, you can tell both
going
of them,
deep.
Both of them been in the weight room.
Yeah.
Taking the shot just out of the reach there. Number 19, Maddox Chapman. Good-looking athlete, two-sport athlete. Know he's a good basketball player for the West Point Warriors.
I like the play call.
Yeah.
I like the play call a lot.
I was thinking that too. You know, I mean, take a shot, got to throw it a little bit just to kind of loosen things up in the front with the run. Keep them honest a little bit. So second down?
Second and 10. Looks like Fairview's going to bring some edge pressure there from the field.
Running the other way, though.
Yeah, run wide zone away from edge pressure.
Nice run.
Always a good play. It's a good play call. Good timing there for it by number 34, Titan Thornton. And you can tell there's a difference in these two backs from West Point, too. You got Ollie Howell, who still brings a little punch and is more of a speed guy, but then Titan's a little bit thicker in the chest, and it looks like he got around the edge there, but he wasn't looking to run out of bounds. He's looking to finish that run. So.
Yeah, both these teams, I was mentioning that early on, you know, both of them, you can tell they've been in the weight room when they come out early on to do warm-ups, and you can tell they put in the work.
His Titan's knee looked a little weird when he went down there. I'm glad he got up so quick because I was thinking, that looked kind of odd.
Number 14, Jake
nice
Clark
tackle.
In the backfield. Yeah, a little bit of low snap, a little bit of bad operation there, but better than a fumble, right? And live to play another down. Good job by number 38 Ennis getting the ball, trying to make the best out of nothing. But second behind the chains, right? So you've been driving, having success, getting yourself in some second shorts, and now here we are, caught second behind the chains inside the red zone. So big call here to kind of get back caught up, and we're 4-down territory, right?
Oh yeah,
so you ain't got to worry about getting it. One, you want to get half, and you want to get half again to give yourself a good chance on 4th down. Hoping one of those springs. It's like a drop back pass there. Quick pressure by Fairview and a sack there on the end by number 70 there. That's
Fairview bringing some backside pressure.
Andrew Latham again there, and now we're 3rd behind the chains and a big play call here. And most coaches here want to go get all of it, right? And I know y'all have heard me and Coach Duncan talking there before, but you want to get half, right? There's not any good 4th down calls that's 4th and 20, but you have a couple that may work for 4th and 8 or 10.
Yeah, 4th, 8 or 10, you got a chance, but you start lengthening the amount of yardage you got to get, the tougher that becomes.
We'll see what they get right here. They're getting ready to.
We got them spread out wide here. A pistol formation.
Oh, he should just run it. Oh, man, he should have just ran. But he got about half.
Good tackle out in the flats by the defensive back.
Charity Allen from the central office tuned in. I know she got some grandkids tonight and was planning on watching Spidey and Friends, but she's chose to tune in here.
So great play there on 3rd and long, right? So 4th and manageable right now. 4th and 6 is a manageable play call, but it looks like, bringing the kicking team out. Here we go, number 52.
Right,
Julio.
I guess you just go with try to take the points.
Yeah.
See what kind of leg he's got. See if snapping's an issue, too.
Of course, you got to tell you guys, too, hey, don't run off.
Oh.
It's going to be wide left.
Wide left and almost caught the tuba player over there.
So 6:14 left to go in the second quarter. Turnover on downs there for West Point. Fairview will take over. And quick update from Good Hope High School. Good Hope has jumped up to a 21-0 lead from Principal Davis.
Big night for Good Hope.
And looks like we're headed to commercial. Enjoy these words from our sponsors. back. That was Fairview's taking over, and they got a full field ahead of them. They got about 5 yards on that run, I think.
Yeah, it was me with the Lord have mercy.
Yeah, and we would like to welcome Superintendent Dr. Shane Barnett to the microphone.
Good evening.
Points on the board, and that would have been big. Get some points on the board, get the ball in the second half, and then again may even get another chance here before the half.
That's right.
Now, Dr. Barnett, you were out here, a teacher, principal, coach. Did you do some coaching on this field?
I did. I coached JV football, and then I was assistant for the varsity.
Any kind of success on those teams?
Well, we had a few years where we had a completely separate schedule for JV, and we played in this tri-county league, and we went to the championship that year.
How about that?
And we Toby Danson and I coached that team, and we beat everybody pretty good through the year, and then we got to the championship and we played Gadsden again. And just so happened there was a lot of kids that came out that night that we'd never seen before. and they put it to us.
So I guess Gadsden did not make the playoffs that year. Is what we're
Obviously.
saying. Yeah.
Obviously.
The year of the missing ring. They should have had it, but they got taken.
They did this. They loaded them up.
Tri-county champs, baby. Tri-county champs.
One of the things, we had Daniel Willingham. He went on to be a great athlete for West Point, but he was our quarterback one year. And we had a couple other guys that were great receivers, and we had a play that we had a green flag. We always we spread out one of my receivers, Josh Brown was him. He was a good athlete too, but I always split him out and had the green light. If he ever wasn't covered,
let it fly.
Because my quarterback was also my punter, and let it fly. Well, we're playing Arab and we're up by 35 points. And the guys
let it fly.
The quarterback looked over at me, and I'm going, no. And, of course, there's like 3 minutes left in the game. They fake it. He runs it for an 80-yard touchdown. And then coach afterward gave me a good cussing for that.
That's the night that Dr. Barnett turned into a villain in A-Rab.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. They still talk about it there at the coffee shop, by the way.
I guarantee you.
Running up the score.
That's it. So it's a big 3rd and 5 here for Fairview, but also big 3rd and 5 for West Point with just under 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Looking for a big stop here to get the ball back, to try to get some points to cut that thing to 2 touchdowns. By the time, but Fairview also the perfect drive for Fairview here to score a touchdown as the clock hits 0.
Out.
Score a touchdown as the clock hits 0 and get a first down here. Then you'll see him shift to 4-minute. Great.
Oh, that froze up on me.
Coach Redding wanting that one back. May have had a little bit too much on it there,
especially with him running back toward the quarterback.
Yeah, just a great play call. Just a little switch play there on the outside with the receivers and 28 coming underneath. Just a man beater and just missed him. Just missed him there. But here we are. West Point's going to get the ball back. So that's a good win for the West Point defense. And a couple of updates waiting on this punt.
I was going to give us 2. Go ahead.
Yeah, Cold Springs up 22-14 over Susan Moore. Looks like
Vinemont had gotten in the red zone but got picked off.
0-0. Vinemont got in the red zone, got picked off thanks to Dr. Nedton. And Holly Pond down 7-6 there with just 20 seconds left in the half.
Caught a fair catch and good field position for West Point. This could be big for them if they can get a score here and then come back out and start the second half of the ball.
Kudos to everybody here in the stadium tonight. It was a great crowd for an inter-county match.
And we talked about that just coming on the air, just how much passion is with the West Point community and how much passion with the Fairview community and me being able to be a part of both of them and from going there just to seeing it. And, these people love their communities and are going to come out and support their kiddos for sure.
We got a special shout-out on Facebook here. Danny the Dream Weaver.
All right.
Yeah, he's tuned in. I know he's here with us in spirit.
Is that the same owner of Weaver Motorsports?
Weaver Motorsports. He's headed to Montgomery looking for the $1 million payday. Nice run.
27, Ollie Howard. And they're having good success with that. And anytime you get 7 yards on first down, you're feeling good about yourself. That makes that next play call that much easier.
That opens up some options and makes things a little bit easier.
And they moved the ball well.
They have
last couple possessions.
Yeah, they found a little bit of a stride there, but in the open field there. But once they get in that green zone and red zone, they've kind of hit the brakes there a little bit, and so just need to finish off some stuff, finish off some drives, and and try to get on the scoreboard here before we head into halftime.
You know, something Dr. Barnett said just a second ago, was talking about the fans here. They really spread out in this stadium. They're from edge to edge on both sides. That's a nice run. He's going to get it. I don't think they're going to get him. Nice run.
Touchdown.
And West Point's on the board. Well, I'll tell you who's getting after it. That ref, he was hauling to get down there.
That is a huge run by our man, Ollie Howell, right there.
Yeah, like I said, not going to find a better kid, and love to see the celebration, the passion there. And
there we go.
The flex, and shout out to the West Point firework crew there for giving everybody a little bit of a heart attack.
See that coming the first time or the second time that happened.
That's great.
Jimmy Jennings said the longest quarter ever here. They're up 28-0. She is trying to match the Hansville Holly Pond.
Evidently she didn't.
She ain't got to count money or nothing when she leaves tonight. So,
longest quarter ever. She did not tune in last week because we were there shade under 2 days.
Sometime. So.
Yeah, we watched, what was it? Everybody Loves Raymond, about 27 episodes on the Jumbotron.
That's it. So, big score there. From West Point. Cuts the lead 21-7, but here we go. Fairview with 3 minutes, 29 seconds left to go, about to get the ball. And just like to see another stop. Like I said, West Point being up 21-0 in the first quarter, they've settled in the second quarter and played some defense and made some stops. And good to see them cap off a drive and needed a big play, right, to maybe get them sparked.
Georgia's not one to let them be complacent. I think, it's just human nature. You get up 21-0 and it's scored easy to kind of start dialing back a little bit and think you've got it. And I think he'll probably wake these guys up and see what he can do to get that spark going again.
And I believe West Point's found a little something. Of course, two missed tackles over there on the side kind of help, but Ollie runs hard too now. I love to watch him run.
Yeah, he does a good job. And like I said, they found some success with that little run game there, just right off tackle there and sticking your toe and getting vertical.
So as they're preparing for a kickoff, let's look at our team. So we've got Cold Springs. If they hold on, they're going to be 3-0.
Yes.
We've got Good Hope will be 3-0.
Yes.
Which I'd love to get to that end of the season again and have both these teams, Good Hope and Fairview undefeated like they were last year.
Sure does help our viewership, don't it?
It does. Well, I'll tell you what, that was a packed stadium that night.
There's barely room for us. They squeezed us into the end zone.
Fielded by, is that Redding that got the ball? I couldn't tell. I thought I saw 5. There's 5 right there. So.
Yes, that would have been 15 Colt Redding there.
Here you just want to keep the ball in front of you, not give up big play. Fairview's had a couple of missed opportunities on some drop balls, and I'm sure George reminded them of that. Hey, look the ball in, make the catch, worry about the yardage after you catch the ball. Those sort of things. And probably told Colt, hey, release it a little earlier, lead your receiver. So we'll see. How these two battle right here, right before half.
He's had 1 or 2 just overthrown balls too, and just he'll probably settle in on those.
Yeah, 14 Jake Harper also hasn't got a couple of touches. I was about to say he hasn't touched the ball the last couple of drives. So maybe look to get him going again, and unless he scores, at least let him get 4 to 5 touches on this drive and see if he can just wear this clock down. And
so he had a good long drive a while ago, about 42 yards run or something.
Yeah, it was a great run, kind of reminiscent of the 10th ball game last year. When he cut about 3 or 4 of those runs against Good Hope.
Mm-hmm. Got a little shout out from Nick Feldner, who we broadcast the Fairview West Point soccer game last year, and looking forward to going back and doing that again.
That was a lot of fun. That sure was a lot of fun.
That was my first. We didn't know a whole lot about soccer, but those tamales were incredible. Oh, that's a nice play.
Uh-oh.
That's gonna.
Oh, he's going.
He's going. Coming right at us. He's gonna get there though. Oh, nice. Oh, that was a nice tumble in the end zone too.
So touchdown. So what that last play that Colt missed with the slant over the middle, that was the same exact play called to the other side, but he hit that second option with the guy going up the field.
Jay Stevens there.
And just made a big play there and just a dagger there to the West Point faithful there to go back up 3 scores.
Well, shout out to the receiver. The quarterback hit him in full stride.
Yeah,
he didn't have to slow down or anything and catch that ball and keep on running. Good route.
Well, said George probably going to light a spark in them, and they may have gotten a little complacent after jumping up 21-0. That changed that. But there's still time on the clock for West Point to come back. Holly Pond scored in 17.8 seconds last week, so it can be done. Oh, gosh. Kid may have just blown out his ACL over trying to catch the ball.
Fell to his knees on the pavement there. Going
legs went two different directions.
He's checking him out.
Oh, he's skinned up. Look for some Band-Aids from the athletic
Going to need Encore out here.
That's a good thing about being young. You can do that and bounce right back.
I'd be down for weeks.
He just gave me a thumbs up. He said he's good to go. So
he's good to go.
So those ball boys, they keep us going here.
George needs to make sure he gets 2 Gatorades after the ball game.
Absolutely.
Well, I'll tell you, as we're going into halftime here in a couple of minutes, West Point and Fairview has had the tradition of having wonderful bands. I know Fairview, for as long as I can remember, had an incredible band, and have for many years, many decades, they probably had more people come out for their band than they did their football program, and it's just because they were incredible. And I know Nathan Kilgo does an incredible job with them now, and so does the leadership at West Point. They have a lot of kids out, more than they've had in a while, and they pour their heart and soul into that. And parents come out and work with the band, with their students, more than any other extracurricular activity we've got probably.
They really do, I'll tell you. They are. That's a big group, though, so, they draw a lot of support.
They do.
Shallow kick. Oh, he slipped. Oh. I feel like he had a couple blocks there. He could have probably got about, probably 8 to 10.
Yeah, I know when I was here as assistant principal, Dr. Barnett, Thad Walker, band director at West Point, had it. And I think the year I was here would have been, I think it was his second year with the band, if I remember correctly. And I think that year, I think he had 47 or 48 7th and 8th graders doing it. So you're talking about building their program up and going. So just a lot of investment there. And Dr. Wes Black, administration here, he's very supportive of it all, but he's a man of the arts as well, as I should say.
Man of the arts, yes, he is. He's refined. He's very polished.
So it was great. We'd watch these games, and I'd sit here in the back as his AP, and I'd teach him how to count boxes of the run game, right? Trying to count numbers to see how we're going to do. And then we go to halftime, and that was his turn. He would say, now, look, this kid's not doing this. So it was a great learning experience for us all.
Good containment on the outside. Oh, and way to clean it up from the backside.
West Point's got several seniors on their team this year, I believe.
Looked like both did, actually.
Yeah, both of them's got a good group of seniors.
Well, what I love about this, and we talked about it earlier, is a lot of these seniors, they also go and play something else, too. So you'll see a lot of these guys taking to the hardwood, a lot of these guys that play baseball. There'll be some soccer guys that come out of here and do some stuff as well, and just helping their school and help their community out. That's what you love to see.
I was talking to Dr. Black earlier, and he was talking about they've really recruited a lot of their basketball guys to come out for football this year and give them a lot more skill players.
Still going.
Good run.
Well, and I'm a firm believer that's going to help your basketball team as well, right? Just because football – just the game that it is teaches you a lot about dealing with adversity, right? You're wearing pads in the hottest time of the year. You're learning to play when you're beat up. You're learning to do the physicality of it, and that's only going to help them when they play basketball. I think Coach Bose is going to have a pretty good basketball team this year too.
I think so.
Well, I know it's tough on the basketball coaches those first few games of the season. They don't want the football team season to come to an end, but they sure like to have all their players.
Yeah. They played that first game. They practiced twice.
Was it Cold Springs last year who players had already turned their gear in? Then
yes.
And then they had to go get them back out because of a disqualification?
Yeah, that's it.
That's something.
Yeah, they started basketball practice. They practiced too bad. They had to go back out.
Had to go back and reissue their gear for football?
Exactly. Get a chance to go.
That's what they call the Dickerson effect. He made that happen, They took a deep shot. The screen kind of froze up for a second. I couldn't see who they threw it to, but deep shot, it's overthrown a little bit.
Yeah, number 19, Maddox Chapman, one of those two-sport athletes that we talked about, long, athletic, lanky kid. And, here, 138 left to go, second down. I'd still like to see number 8, Brian Moon, get some touches. They got to find a way to get him the ball because he's a dynamic playmaker for him. Throwback screen there, number 12, Cooper Howard.
Oh, he got around the edge, but oh, wow.
Flag.
That's going to be probably
holding, blocking the back. Something there is going to cost him.
I'm going to say he held him on the edge there to free him up, which is why he got around it, I think.
You were talking about Moon, number 8. Not only is he a great athlete, he's a great young man. He's a good kid. He has been for a long time. And
good parents.
Great parents.
He's got a good crew, yeah.
And we're not even saying that for their benefit. They're here. So
yeah,
they don't even hear it,
That's right. I got a nephew that plays for West Point out there also, Eli Lee.
Yeah, we called his name earlier, 73.
Lineman.
Yeah, 73 right there.
Good kid. A lot of good kids on both of these teams right here. I'm really proud of not only their athletic ability, but who they are, what they represent. And I know they represent our school system and our communities and our families really well. And really proud of them regardless of what the score is on the scoreboard.
Not a lot of good play calls for second and 35.
So things have gotten a little quick update here.
He's on the move.
He's still going. A lot of yards. We got an update from Daniel Wakefield. Things are not going well with Hansel Gordo. They're down 53-0 with 4 minutes left till the half. So that's not going well. Another tough night for Hansel. But yeah, they'll come around. They'll get one this year.
And that, I know that hurts. There's no doubt that hurts.
They've got good athletes on the team.
But here's the deal. You're welcoming a Gordo team who's known across the state.
It's incredible.
That's a really, really good Gordo team who's going to be playing in the second or third round of the state playoffs.
That's what I started to say.
Absolutely.
They're probably going to be at least in the semifinals.
Yeah.
And so who knows? And I'll tell you, last week I saw some parts of Hansville that showed some simmering hope because, they have some moves. They're not giving up, and I was super proud of that. And they're going to continue to work hard. And some of those same players that we were talking about earlier, they're going to come out on the basketball court, and they're going to work hard on the basketball court as well. A lot of good kids down there.
So 50 seconds to go here until halftime, and kind of an interesting situation here with West Point. Third and long, third behind the sticks. Want to do it, but also, if you throw an incomplete pass here, stops the clock, have to punt it back to Fairview and give them a chance to get some snaps in, or do you try to run something to force Coach Redding to take a timeout and flip the field, or what we do here, Coach? What's your play call, Coach Dunklin?
Well, right now you're thinking if I could get a first down, I at least got a shot at the end zone. I think I try to get the first down. I do, and try to force that timeout by Coach Redding.
So they got the down marker now showing second down. I think we have a little bit of confusion about
That's
what
what
down
I was
it
looking
is.
at. If it's second down, I'm
if it's
thinking,
second down, take out everything I just said. If it's second down,
because I was sitting there, I had to think for a minute. I said, if it's second down, I'm going for it right here.
Yeah,
and try to get something close to the boundary. Get out of bounds.
See Coach Redding over here pleading his case. He obviously thinks it's third down, as did I, and going to get overruled by that expression saying we're going to stay second down.
That's going to get a shout-out for the cheerleaders. We need to get some cameras on them and see them. I know we got two great cheer squads out here, and they work hard to keep the crowd interested and keep the crowd pumped up, so we appreciate all their hard work.
Split across, third, number 3, 8 minutes, big play there. He's doing a good job of seeing the vertical run lane there on the scramble and getting upfield. A lot of times you see quarterbacks try to outrun people to the sides with speed, but how you get yards is going north and south, and he did that right there. And that's a huge play there by him to get across the 50 with 40 seconds to go, first down. Looks like we got a timeout here.
Yeah, he's done a great job pulling it down.
Yeah, we're going to head to commercial, so check out a word from our sponsors.
It's football time in Alabama. The players are hitting the field, the cheerleaders are firing up the crowd, the drum majors striking up the band, and we all stand for the national anthem. This is Congressman Robert Adderholt. While you cheer your favorite team this season, I'll be on President Trump's team shaking things up in Washington. When we stand on conservative principles, it's a win for everyone. I'm Robert Adderholt, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Adderholt for Congress.
Quick update from around the county. Oh, boy.
Well, looks like Good Hope
all over Fultondale. And you see, as we mentioned, Gordo and Hansel's not pretty. Vinemont, Phil Campbell still knotted at 0. And
what about Holly Pond right there in Sylvania? Holly Pond just trailing by 1. And that was a true story I told last week, by the way.
Oh, deep throw.
I'll tell you another one about Sardis High School.
Oh, does that get picked?
Yes. Overthrown, picked in the end zone.
Got that clock still running. They're probably going to need to stop that. There we go. That's a West Point clock keeper. They wouldn't let it keep running.
We got West Point clapping. I don't know what we got going on
Is there a flag down?
Hard to see. There's nobody to run off the field, and Fairview's not celebrating like an interception, so looks like we got some sort of call. Hard to see what's going on here.
A new ball just randomly threw out into the middle of the West Point crew there. Oh, nice shot from our drone there looking up.
So looks like the call was there on West Point, so the turnover is going to stand. It's going to be Fairview football.
I think they just kind of eat it and right into the half.
I'm not sure.
Or just see if they can break one long.
I mean, it's hard to take a knee with the firepower you've got back there with already the big plays that you've hit and burst. I would at least attempt a handoff to see if something you can squirt something up.
See if something you can get something on the edge. Either something on the edge, and I still like the post route right here in behind that linebacker.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you ain't going to put a safety back there, that's a lot of grass in the middle of that field, and there's a lot of ways to attack it. And so
and you saw that Colt can hit somebody in stride too. So at halftime, we'll take a break, but the broadcasts keep rolling, so you can check out the bands and cheerleaders out there at halftime. We, however, will be enjoying some chili brought to us by our own Brittany.
That's
even
right.
here, there's still nobody there. There's a guy wide open.
That's
down
bad news. Wow. Good heavens.
That was a good play call.
Well, I guess they're not going to sit on it.
Number 21, Jay Stevens, and no safety in the middle of the field, right? Just like we said before they get that play. If you're not going to put somebody back there, that's a lot of. That's 53 and a third. They got to keep taking care of back there, and it's hard to cover it.
I guess they just thought they were going to try to do what us said, just kind of do a couple runs to see if they break one, but they broke it.
Yeah, he just broke a skinny post right there, and almost a vertical. I mean,
yeah, just what they did. They call that a sucker play. They faked a screen pass out there to 14 and got a kid to stop his feet. He shuffled 1,000 on the block and went right by the kid, and it's all said and done after that.
Looks like our ball boy's back after the knee injury a little while ago. He's back here ready to catch the next extra point, so good for him. Got Kim Lindsay tuning in again with us this week. And there's our central office worker. Love having her joining us. And Maxine Kraft tuned in just in time to see a long touchdown. Not sure which team she's for, but
Colt Redding with a good leg there, making the extra point count.
That went a little better for the ball boy this time. He fielded that one cleanly. Well, 16 seconds. We'll see what happens. Maybe they can run one back.
He got the football he left over there a while ago, so he got a 2-for-1.
16 seconds to go. Fairview with a dagger touchdown there to kind of get to the half. 35-7 up, 4-touchdown lead. And you just feel the energy being sucked out of this place there a little bit.
Yeah, after that touchdown by West Point, a lot of hype, a lot of excitement, and 2 quick scores by Fairview.
That happens so fast. That's just deflating. That seems like a good time for an onside kick, and you can hang one more on him.
Yeah, try to get it again. So here we go. Like I said, West Point just filled this ball cleanly, try to get into the half. Get into the half here, 35-7, knowing you're going to get the ball. Okay, so I try to be an optimistic person and try to get a ball and take this down 35-14. Then it's a 3-possession game, and so you're just looking at a couple of stops, right? You just got to keep in mind, how many stops do I have to have? Have to get back into this thing, and it's been done before. I promise you that. It's been done before. So fair catch called by number 19, Max Chapman there.
Won't lose any time, so. What was your best game on this field, Trent?
Ooh, there was some battles on this field. I can't remember a lot. When I was in school was when West Point made that jump into 5A, right?
Okay,
before they made it 7A. So West Point made that jump and was playing with Coleman and Athens and Decatur and all those folks and whatever. So hard times there for them. So didn't match up with West Point much in my career.
When they were at that point, they were like the smallest 5A school. Is that right? So that was some tough years.
Yeah, tough years for them there. And then they added the 7A region in to kind of get those super schools out of there in their own region and kind of balanced out. So Yeah, so but a lot of good games here played, and hey, coaching, a lot of good battles here coaching and going, and this is something to come and here. So as you see the teams run off, Fairview up 35-7, heading into half, heading up to the hill to go dress out and chill in the auditorium gym. West Point running their way back to the new multi-purpose facility that I know they're very thankful to have here.
Beautiful facility.
West Point. Yeah, absolutely. I was able to get a ride on the side-by-side with Dr. Black up there before in pregame and go check it out, and I know they're proud of it here.
All right, so we're going to stay here. We know we're going to commercial and come back and enjoy the bands, and we'll join you for the second half.
Hi, this is Stephen McRae with First National Bank. First National Bank is an independent community bank. Being independent allows us to be innovative, to adapt, and respond quickly and efficiently to your financial needs. We know the needs of this area. Our interest and loyalty are to the people who live and work here. They are more than names and faces. They are friends and neighbors. Together, we're making communities great.
At Mitch Smith Chevrolet, you can expect to be treated like family, whether purchasing a new or used car, having yours serviced, or getting damage repaired at the Collision Center. Our excellent parts department quickly supplies parts and accessories for service and repairs, and to customers over the counter. Make the switch to Mitch. Mitch Smith Chevrolet.
At Mitch Smith Chevrolet, what's not to love?
On behalf of Superintendent Dr. Shane Barnett, Principal Dr. Wesley Black, and under the direction of Band Director Thad Walker, the West Point Warrior Band proudly presents their 2025 show, Eternal. The band is under the field command of Drum Major Madeline Carnes. Drum Major, is your band ready? Life, a wonderful gift that can be taken away in a heartbeat. Awaken from the silence. Let the soul breathe again. by time or fear. They rise with every dawn, reminding us that even the smallest hope might move forward. Warrior Marching Band.
Football time in Alabama. The players are hitting the field, the cheerleaders are firing up the crowd, the drum majors striking up the band, and we all stand for the national anthem. This is Congressman Robert Adderley. While you cheer your favorite team this season, I'll be on President Trump's team shaking things up in Washington. When we stand on conservative principles, it's a win for everyone. I'm Robert Adderholt, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Adderholt for Congress.
Hi, this is Stephen McRae with First National Bank. First National Bank is an independent community bank. Being independent allows us to be innovative, to adapt, and respond quickly and efficiently to your financial needs. We know the needs of this area. Our interest and loyalty are to the people who live and work here. There are more than names and faces. There are friends and neighbors. Together, we make a community great.
Mitch Smith Chevrolet, you can expect to be treated like family, whether purchasing a new or used car, having yours serviced, or getting damage repaired at the Collision Center. Our excellent parts department quickly supplies parts and accessories for service and repairs, and to customers over the counter. Make the switch to Mitch. Mitch Smith Chevrolet.
At Mitch Smith Chevrolet, what's not to love?
And welcome back. We're in the final minutes of halftime. So at half we have Fairview leading 35-7. What do you say in the locker room in both locker rooms, guys?
Okay, we're back. Sorry.
It was all practice. That was a rehearsal.
I'll speak for the Fairview side, and I'll let Coach Duncan speak for the West Point side. Fairview side, just a lot of the same, right? We don't want to see any lulls in performance. We don't want to see any lulls in intensity. We don't want to see any lulls in effort. We've got a big lead. We want to keep this big lead. Want to keep on going like we're rolling, and going to be more about discipline and consistency right now for Fairview coming out the second half.
I think for West Point, you tell your crew, hey, we've had a couple good drives, had a good score there, but kind of got caught on our heels a couple times defensively, and we can't do that. And hopefully we'll make some adjustments there. I don't know schematically what they do and what they don't do, but maybe to help with some downfield coverage so that we don't give up that big play again.
Well, they've got their work cut out for them. They're down 4 scores, and but they do have the ball first. So they have a chance to come right out and start things off.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments they do make. Fairview, I think a lot of the same. I think Fairview, you'll see, when they have been hurt, which like I said, they've only give up 1 score on that whole half. A couple times they got in there, big play to Ollie Howell. But what they've been hurt the most is the quarterback scramble. Number 3, Aiden Ennis, has done a good job of breaking contain, getting upfield, and getting some yardage there in the quarterback scramble. So see what Fairview does with rush lane integrity and keeping him kind of buttoned up a little bit. And then flip side for West Point defensively, we've got to see some improvement. They're playing a 4 on top of 4, man on man, and getting beat downfield. So we'll see. Let's see what adjustments Coach McCravey and the Ben locker room. It's going to be a fun second half.
So here's a little update from around the area. Looks like Coleman's taking the lead over Athens. Still looking for their first win. Of course, you know what's going on here. Good Hope is putting it on. Fultondale, 42-0. Gordo all over Hansville in the third quarter, 59-0. Vinemont still has scoreless. And Sylvania still on top of Holly Pond, Cold Springs. No, they're falling behind now, 28-22.
Big game, too, for Cold Springs. That Cold Springs, that's a region opener for them, as it is region opening week for most teams, but definitely want to take a step forward with a win against Susan Moore tonight. So they need to get it going here in the second half and recapture that lead.
And getting the clock set, and we're about ready to kick this second half off. Anybody want to revise their score predictions?
I feel pretty good about mine. I went 56-13. I was thinking about that before we got on there. I'm right on track to hit mine, I think.
I'm still 10 points away from mine. I feel pretty good.
What'd you say, AD?
I said 45-17. And it would have been close. We had a missed field goal, and then we had another opportunity where we threw an interception in the end zone. So I still feel pretty good about that.
I was thinking 45-0, and so West Point is outscored what I thought. And we'll see. Here we go.
Deep kick there, number 2, Rush Lamar on the return.
Oh, cut it back nice.
His little crease.
Got a little.
Yeah, good job getting upfield, getting something positive out of it.
Just beyond the 30. And here we go. We'll see what kind of adjustments they've made. Offensively, I mean, they made some adjustments in there, and now they've got to finish drives, And
yeah, like I said, stalled the first couple of drives, but really from drive 3 on, West Point did a great job moving the football. But like I said, just got in the red zone, had some big penalties there, got them behind the chains, and just wasn't able to capitalize and finish drives. And so that's going to be something here. It'll be real important here to get an early score. If you get a score, stop and a score, then you're going to be feeling real good. Then they go taking a shot off.
Receiver got kind of turned around.
And, hey, that's an attempt to get the ball to number 8, Bryant Moon. I think that may be the first attempt that they've tried to get
the football. They had that one that swung out to the side that he slipped on and hit the ground, but that's only second, though.
Yeah, and like I said, I think he's a game changer for him. I think he's one of the better athletes on the field, and so just like I said, you could tell, with that first play call there that Coach McCravey's realized that at halftime and going to find ways to get him the football.
Yeah, and good play call too. Letting them know that we're not afraid to go deep. We've done it a time or two, and we'll do it again. Won't get a ball in playmakers' hands.
Does make it hard on second and third down, though. There we go. Good run. Well, actually, oh, no. Oh, it's still. Fairview had a shot at it. Did they get it?
Yeah, number 59 is going to fall on it. That's a tough break right there. Good run by Ollie Howell. That
is Evan
ball
Smith.
Popped loose.
Evan Smith recovers that ball, junior. That's the second turnover for West Point. I had the interception earlier than that fumble. I think Fairview's only got one, the fumble right at the beginning of the game there.
Yeah, opening drive for Fairview of the start of the first half that resulted in a fumble, and West Point's opening drive of the second half resulted in a fumble. So not what you wanted there with West Point, though, to get the Fairview deep in your territory there, being down 4 scores. But see here if we made any defensive adjustments, and looks like initially we haven't. We're going to sit rolling with the same thing.
And they're going
to
nice little turn. That's going to be good. Oh, he dropped it. He had him beat, but just went through his hands.
Good ball there by Colt Redding. Throw it on his outside shoulder at first shoulder. Double move, trying to get a quick score there. Just a little hitch and go in the boundary there with number 5, Connor Scott, on one-on-one coverage. And he had his man beat, but good job of that defender. They're staying in the play. Right, it ain't over till the ball's caught, and stayed in the play there. And
good placement by Colt. I mean, it was right there.
Yeah, just drop pass there. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Lowered that head and took a couple guys to take him down.
Yeah, number 8 right there for West Point. I think we talked about him a little bit earlier. Bryant Moon playing both ways, playing a little linebacker for the Warriors.
Yeah, that's 14 Jake Harper, 8 Bryant Moon from West Point. That's 2 good athletes and two big size guys going at it right there.
Yeah.
That's a big collision. So 3rd and 5 right here. Fairview, I think you're 4 down territory here with Fairview going to try to get.
Nope, they thought they had a jump, but they got a score prediction from our Facebook audience. Andy Fullilove says 56-21. We'll see. Oh, nice hole. Way to cut it back. And is that his second? Oh, he's looking in the camera.
Yeah, Cesar Macias there, Macias Media, who's the highlight video guy for Fairview, and Jake enjoying running that touchdown right into it.
So Jake goes to our career center, and he was eating snack the other day when I was over there, and Adam Edmondson and Jeff Johnson were bragging on him what a nice young man he is and polite, and also good. Aside from a good athlete, he's just a good kid too.
Yeah.
Parents done a good job with him.
It's a big score there, 3rd and 5, being able to bust up the middle there and get a touchdown. Colt Redding on for the extra point. Here comes our ball boy back.
And I say extra point kid better get back there. Oh, dive for it. He had a chance. He could have dove on that high jump, Matt.
He did. He had an opportunity there to do it. And
we're going to head to commercial. So enjoy these words from our sponsors. Welcome back to third quarter. Fairview just scored up 42-7. I've got a special guest joining us, Brian from the Brandon Iron. How you doing, Brian?
Doing well this evening. How are you guys doing?
Doing pretty well. Maybe a little bit better than the West Point team right now and the West Point fans, but hopefully they'll get it together. How's things been for you over at the Brandon Iron? Drove by earlier pregame, and it looked pretty crowded.
Yeah, there's always a big crowd whenever Fairview's playing West Point, no matter which location it is. These two crowds, they travel heavy, and they do a phenomenal job of supporting these players. And it's just great to be part of a rivalry like this and have the Brandon Iron Bowl, and it's just getting better and better every year.
So with the Brandon Iron Bowl, I remember we talked about this last year when we – is he still going?
He's still going.
As we did it, what's the stakes with the Brandon Iron Bowl? I know they have the trophy, is that right?
Yeah, we have a trophy and bragging rights, and then we feed the winning football team. We feed them a steak dinner. So.
Oh, nice. When will they do that? It's kind of got it coordinated, or they got it planned already?
Well, they haven't got it planned yet. We usually center it around the coach has like a special team meal or something, like they make it to the playoffs or something. We'll wait a little while and do it closer to playoff time, but they've done it before a week after the game, so it just varies.
So right now, things could be a drastic turn. It's not over till it's over, obviously, but it's trending towards Fairview. So if they hold on to this, how many years is this going to be in a row for Fairview?
This will be the 6th year in a row. West Point started out real hot. They won 3 in a row, was doing a phenomenal job. And then Coach Redding, just the young players that were coming up, Coach Redding has done such a good job mentoring those players and just shaping them into the players that they are now. And there's some phenomenal players. I actually have one of them is an employee of mine out there, number 62, Braxton Kilpatrick. He is a phenomenal young man. He's 16 years old, but he is a hoss.
Yeah, I think he's the nose guard there. Actually, I think he just made the tackle
he
right on
just
cue.
made the tackle.
That's right.
Yeah.
Guess you can shout out somebody else, see if they make the next tackle.
Exactly.
See what happens.
Yeah, careful. I don't want to start calling plays now.
You have any other kind of connection with any of the players from either side?
I've had quite a few of the players come through the restaurant over the years. I've had the pleasure of their parents just supporting us ever since we've been here. You know, we've been in the West Point community now. Next year will be 20 years that we've been open, and Fairview is already 14 years past. So it's
is that right?
Wow. Time passes real fast. I'm starting to measure it in how many of my employees actually have children and how many of their children have children. So that's what's making me actually realize how long it's been. But
we do that in education too. When you've had a kid and then they get their kids coming through, you're like, wow, I've been around for a while.
Well, I'm just glad to be part of these two communities because I tell you, 20 years ago when I was looking at doing a restaurant, I almost ended up in Athens, Alabama, and West Point it fit. I ended up here, and there's no other place I'd rather be. Coleman County's just been super to me and my family. My wife and I, been blessed with a real good business, and we've been blessed with the opportunity to have these kids come through and work for us and just watch them grow and build families and build the community even stronger. So just being a part of this right here, seeing these kids, I look forward to seeing the ones that's out here on the gridiron right now, seeing these kids getting married, having kids, and watching their family grow up and maybe still playing a Brandon Iron Bowl. I haven't had the pleasure of having a father-son playing it yet. I've had brothers that play against each other, so it just you just never really know what's going to happen over a period of time.
What was that penalty?
I'm not sure what the penalty was, but I know that right there was
he got laid out on that.
Yeah, he dropped pass, thought it was a fumble, kind of one of those in-betweeners. I think it was a good call there with a drop pass, but just a little bit of recovery trying to get after the football there. But brings up fourth down and another Julio Fuentes punt. Snap is good.
Punts away.
Everybody better scramble and get away from that thing. Any thoughts about putting a Brandon Iron at each of the 7 big locations around the county?
I tell you, there's only so far you can stretch somebody, and then we're going to be so thin we'll be a piece of paper. But, my wife and I, we do a good job with the 2 that we have. I always kid with people that come by and they're like, oh, well, we need a Brandon Iron here, you need one there. And
that's easy to say when you're not running it.
It's very easy to say, and usually my response to the person that asked me is I said, well, there's 2 requirements that I have to have before I'll ever do anything like that. Number 1, the state of Alabama had to approve a man to be able to have more than one wife. And I said, I don't ever look for that to happen. And I said, on top of that, I said a pharmaceutical company is going to have to come up with some kind of medication to allow a man to have more than one wife and survive. So I'm pretty safe in that. But, like I said, my wife and I, we've been blessed with these businesses now, combined 34 years.
Wow.
And it's unreal to just see the evolution and how these programs, they ebb and they flow. And Fairview has just been on fire for the past 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been really fun to watch. I mean, he's had some really, really talented players come through there. And to see out-of-towners come to Fairview. I know last year it was a Christian Academy that came in and beat Fairview in the playoffs at Fairview. And just to have more people come in to the community and get to visit the Brandon Iron, it helps us realize the community's growing and reaching out even further.
Yep. Well, we appreciate you being on with us. Before you go, you want to remind the viewers of your hours and locations?
Well, we've got 2 locations. One's in West Point and Coleman, Alabama. It's at 87 County Road 1242. It's where the Jackson O'Reilly's is on 157. You just turn down here, and we're right down here on the right. And then the newer location is Fairview. And if you try to go from Coleman to Arab, you'll come to the town of Fairview. And the first caution light you come to, you just hang a left and drive down there, and you can't miss the restaurant. It's right there on the right. It's a huge building, and we built that one from the ground up, and it took us 16 months to build that restaurant. But we got to build one the way we wanted to, and it's just been a blessing to have the pleasure to be in both these communities. And, it was surprising whenever we built the one over there, because literally everybody was like, well, that's too close. It's just too close to the other location. It won't do well. Please. And it's just like they're neck and neck. So literally the whole time the businesses are running neck and neck. So it's like the overrun part that we had in West Point when we first opened up, just the surge, just moving to that side of the county actually saved people fuel so they can actually come out and eat with us more often. So I just look forward to seeing what's going to happen, the next few years, because next year is actually the 10th annual Branding Iron Bowl. Okay. So, yeah, it'll be played at Fairview, and we're trying to come up with a bunch of special stuff for that, and really have like some MVP awards and things like that for some of the players, and just continue to grow and give these football players out here something to fight for, because I tell you, these kids, they just leave it all out on the field. He was after that pass right there, and I mean, he almost had it. He almost reeled it in.
So what? A cramp there by Maddox.
Yeah.
What are your days that you're open and your hours?
So we're open Tuesday through Sunday. We're open at 11 a.m. We close at 8 p.m. and then we close at 9 p.m. on Friday and Saturday night, and then we close Sunday afternoons at 4. But we're closed Sunday afternoon after 4, and we're closed on Mondays. And the rest of the time we're just wide open as we can be.
If you've not been to the Brandon Iron, you want to check it out. Incredible food, incredible salad bar, best ranch you're gonna eat. It's a stop. Chris, thank you for joining us, and thank you for your support in both communities. We appreciate it.
No problem. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate you having me on. Look forward to seeing us again next year.
Thanks, Brian.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I said Chris, Brian. Sorry about that. Chris was last week.
So here we go, third and long here. Third and long here for Fairview, coming back out, 42-7 lead. Kind of going looking at some different skill guys there, and just a quick interesting fact about a skill guy who just took the field for Fairview, number 12, Colt Dean. He is my cousin.
How about
Colt
that?
Dean, number 12, representing the family number there, number 12, and he's kind of new to the football game, and just glad to see him out there getting some snaps there at receiver. So
he's new to the game, but he's still getting in. So
that's it. Good athlete. He's a great athlete. Good kid. So big stop there by West Point, though. Get the ball back. Fairview going to be punting here, right back to him. Some score updates from around the county. Looks like we've got Holly Pond up, and this was several minutes ago. So if it's changed, I apologize. But it looks like Holly Pond was up 18-7. With 22 seconds left in third quarter, I'm sure we're in the fourth quarter now. Good Hope with a commanding 45-0 lead.
Wow. We're checking out some action over on the hill there. They can go from the old Sky Cam.
There we go. Good.
7. Oh, heavenly
72-0 in the fourth quarter with Gordo over Hanceville. Vinemont Phil Campbell 16-16 there in the fourth quarter. That's a battle they got going there. Susan Moore has extended its lead over Cold Springs 36-22 there in the third quarter. Athens with the lead over Coleman 27-23.
Well, it's been a tough go for Hanceville so far this year, golly.
Be interesting to see those national rankings next week.
It will be. Yes, it will.
All right, here we go, West Point looking for something to go. Backed up here. Handoff there to –
nice fake.
Quarterback out the middle.
Good jump right there by the quarterback off the disconnect.
Yeah, hey, and I've been impressed with number 3, Aiden Ennis, and obviously 27, Ollie Howell. They've been playing hard going, running the ball very hard, and a couple of connections. I know they've tried to hit Maddox Chapman on a couple of plays down the field and done a couple of different things through that. And just a couple of those plays can make this thing turn.
Hey, a quick update. Hanceville just scored.
All right.
Hanceville scored. Ty just shared the information, so they did it. They got in the end zone. Good job.
So we got a heat break timeout, officials timeout, and we will take a break as well. So please enjoy these words from our sponsors.
we're back. Just fresh off the punt. We're 1st and 10. You see the score down there at 5:53 left in the third quarter, sorry.
Yeah, and time, you're starting looking, possessions are becoming like gold right now.
Oh, he dropped. Oh, we got a
lot of flag right
from the
here.
backside.
Got an ineligible downfield, I think is what early indication is.
Which, no penalty is good, but, if that had been a holding or an unsportsmanlike, you hate seeing penalties on the backside of a play that made no difference, so not that that's a good penalty there either, but.
And Coach Duncan was right there, an eligible receiver downfield. Which in the RPO world and the new world of football that we live in, that's, when the RPO came out, that was a call that you used to never see, right? And it was actually gave the offense a huge advantage with that. And now that scheme has become a lot more prevalent across the state, not even in a high school level, but in college and even in the NFL level, you see a lot more of those lineman downfield calls being called than you used to.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm surprised he got out of that. I thought he was going to be taken down early. Oh, would that ball just
fighting there. Number 3, Aiden Ennis, just fighting for everything you can get.
I thought he lost the ball for a second there, but
yeah, he got a little wide with there for a second. I was with you. You'd like to see that thing stay up against the chest, but
against your body there.
Exactly. But got it back to the stick. So going to be 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 negated that penalty there.
Got that penalty yardage back.
Text from Dr. Netherton, West Point High School principal, that they are tied in Vinemont with Bill Campbell, 14-14.
That's big. Vinemont battling back. Big region ball game there.
Got a blitz coming here.
He shows pressure from the edge. Looks to maybe get.
He's
good.
wanting to throw it. Oh, threw it low. He was on his knees already. He wasn't going to be able to go anywhere. Did a good job avoiding that rush.
And we got a final from Hanceville. Gordo, 72. Hanceville, 8.
They were obviously on a hot clock, I would say, probably adjusted times. And
Good Hope stretched their lead to 52-0 over Fultondale. Holly Pond holds an 18-7 lead over Sylvania. I can't see the bottom of the. I think that last one was 36-22 for Cold Springs. Not sure.
Not sure on that, but I would say so because it looks like the same from second quarter, so it's probably 22 down in there.
Deep throw. That incomplete pass broken.
I
don't know about that.
That's one of those calls you're seeing now. Face guarding. Did number 10. He's in position, but did he turn his head to the ball? And obviously there he didn't. So that's going to be a pass interference there on the defense.
You used to teach that, and I know folks say, well, you shouldn't teach. Well, you used to teach that. You're getting beat. You got 2 choices.
Exactly.
You reach out and grab the guy. Well, really, you got 3. Let him catch it, reach out and grab the guy. Or you take your hand and you try to come up and through, not making contact, but through the eyes.
Just distracting him enough.
To distract him, get him to follow your hand.
He may have got some body contact in there, too.
All I know is that official right there was framing the throw of that flag right there in the replay. You saw it. Great form by the official. Ollie Howell to the right edge, just bouncing it, getting upfield.
Nice takedown.
Yeah, great run there. Great run, 7-yard
He's
run.
still
Absolutely.
running hard.
Yeah, running hard, just as fast as he was in the first quarter, and then in comes, sub him out. Here comes Titanport.
They go back to that Cold Springs game. They jumped out to a 22-whatever lead, and they made some good adjustments there because they've held them scoreless since then. And was that Gordo they're playing?
No, I think they're playing Susan Moore.
Susan Moore,
yes, Susan Moore. All right, second short. Love this as a play caller here. Fairview bringing pressure there from the field, gets going. Once again, gets out, takes a shot down the field.
Going to get picked off.
Intercepted there by number 28 from Fairview, Aiden Batts.
Kid tried to jump up and do the chest bump, and the other guy landed and moved before he got up. Colt Redding staying right where he's at. He's not going anywhere. Everybody else trade in and out, but he's going to be right there.
Yeah, and just a tough break there, trying to throw it up, let your kid make a play, and just a great play there by the Fairview defender.
Well, Hansel game is over. We've just passed 9 o'clock, so last week we were just rolling into the second quarter about this time.
Yeah, we was getting pretty close to halftime about this time last week.
Great shot there of the Fairview cheerleaders, led by Coach Candy Martin and her daughter Pacey Martin, and also saw Dr. Brad Stapler standing there under the student section. And I'm about to send a text to one of these principals and see if I can get one of them to join us on air. You guys okay with that?
Absolutely.
Sure.
I'm on Dr. Wes Black, principal of home team West Point High School, is over here.
The
to the
West
left.
Point cheerleaders now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, West Point
Equal time.
Yeah, they've done a great job building their program.
Yeah,
a
they've
lot
got
of
a lot of
cheerleaders. A lot of cheerleaders there.
Now, I know Karen Pinion is helping with cheer. Who the sponsor is for the other sponsor?
Yeah, you're gonna have Candy Martin, counselor at the
for West Point.
Could not tell you that.
I said I know Karen Pinion is helping, but she's got someone else that's with her.
Yeah, but our man Dr. Wes Black may be heading this way soon, and we will be able to ask him about that.
That's right. And him being not a sports guy necessarily, we'll get some quality insights from him.
Absolutely, this is going to be fun. I had prefaced, so Dr. Black and I, as he's making his way over, just one of my best friends of all time. You know, when you're assistant principal at a high school, you spend about 70 hours a week with someone. You know, certain times of the year, and you know, our families intertwine so well and love each other so much. And actually, to the point, we probably about 3 mornings a week on the way to school, he and I we just talk on the phone. Yeah. He's driving in from Decatur where he lives, and I'm driving in from Fairview. So we enjoy being able to share conversations and just invest in each other on the phone. And just a great guy. Here we go, Colt Redding rolling out here to the field, trying to find something. Good job, and so here we are. We would like to welcome the man, Dr. Wesley Black, principal at West Point High School, to the broadcast. How you doing, Dr. Black?
I'm good, Mr. Hartman. How are you doing?
Oh, doing good, sir. Very fortunate to be here, and just, know this one's a little bit sideways right now, but we've been talking about both these communities all night and the community support, and, those West Point stands may have thinned a little bit, but there's still a lot of people here cheering on your kiddos.
There are. It's full. We had a lot of excitement today surrounding it. Fantastic pep rally. Kids were fired up about it. And I appreciate their spirit in not giving up.
Yeah, so just showing from the punt there, they were just showing nice.
There we go.
Tackle there. All right, got a little on the turn.
Wes, we were just talking a second ago, just kind of highlighting both of the cheerleading squads. I know Karen Pinion's helping with West Point cheer. Who else is with her?
So Tina Jones is working them as a head coach with them, and they've been doing great things.
They've got a big squad.
They do, and they've actually been spending a lot of time. They put a lot of time, the parents and students, a lot of time and energy into just raising money in hopes to go compete at the national level this year at Disney. This will be our first time to ever do that if they get that invitation.
Awesome. If they get that invitation, you let me know, because as you saw from an email thread, I accidentally put everybody on. I would love to be on Space Mountain with Dr. Wes Black.
And I'm going to be honest, I'm all for it.
That would be great. Maybe we may see some people.
But I think a precursor to that would probably be the 7th ride.
So number 2 taking on. Oh, we got a flag on the backside. That's probably going to be coming back.
Rush the Mar.
And that's what I was talking about.
He needs to wave that
those
one off.
senseless penalties that are coming from the backside. Wes, now you've got an extensive football history. Is that correct?
I do, from the stands.
So tell the folks, tell the viewers kind of your background, because we were talking earlier how you and Trent were kind of opposites and kind of balance each other out. He was kind of the athletics, you're more the arts person. So kind of tell us your background as we kind of look at Fairview's band on here with Mr. Kilgo, their leader. What's your background?
Well, actually was in the band with Mr. Kilgo.
Were you really?
At UNA.
Okay.
I sure was. And he fantastic musician and player. And but I was a band director at Sparkman High School for quite some time, and we had a tremendous little program over there, big program over there. But really enjoyed doing that. Went to the University of North Alabama and was able to pay for my college, full ride for a band scholarship.
Wow.
Did.
Yeah, I was telling Dr. Black how it would be fun, like during the games, you and I would stand back here behind the end zone, and I would try to teach you how to count numbers in the run game, and I'd let you know if it was going to be a good play or not. But just so flipping, we'd go to halftime, and we'd be up in the stands looking down, and Dr. Black would be coaching up that band and telling them where to go and how to do, and they'd play the national anthem, and he's like, oh, that section right there needs to pick it up. And I'm just like, oh, okay, I'm just singing the song. It's good.
Well, that's the one time everybody stops and remains still and listens.
Absolutely.
That's the most important piece of music you can play at a football stadium and play it correctly.
And so help me remember this, Wes. When we were here, which has been a few years ago now, and we were talking about both bands and how these programs have grown. If I remember correctly, Walker have like 40 to 50 7th or 8th graders at that time?
He had 30 wins.
Okay.
30 wins, I believe, is what it was. But it
wait, hang on, stop.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
30 wins.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
okay.
you have to go with us, brother.
All right, so instruments they're wind instruments.
Oh,
so
I thought you said wins, like WINS.
Man, that's a lot of competitions for the band.
Yeah, I know, man.
No, not winds, but
wind.
Winds.
Yeah.
So brass wind, wood wind.
Okay.
And he had about 30 musicians that played either brass or percussion, brass or woodwinds, and then he had some percussion and that. But he's grown the band program tremendously, and to the point now where we had 7th through 12th marching, and now it's 8th and up, and so eventually getting to 9th grade and up. So he's been doing just a fabulous job with them. And
yeah, big pass right there by Aiden Ennis, number 12, Cooper Howard, there on a big third down to keep the chains moving and to head us into the fourth quarter. And, Dr. Black, we're doing that and going and just the arts. And the one thing I love about the West Point community is this. So just tell us some of the other stuff that you guys have going on for your kids to get connected here at West Point High School.
Oh, sure. Well, our theater program has been something that I've been really proud of with Jimmy and Kim Harbison. They've worked extremely hard. And I remember when it was just me and Heath, and I came in and we were using Fairview. They were letting us use their auditorium over there. And I remember them doing the Newsies, performing the Newsies there. And they've just grown it every
musical.
year. It is. And they've just grown it every single year. And so this year we're actually doing Clue. Okay. And then we've been in conversations with Wallace and Dr. Kolowitz. And, right now there's been some initial conversations for her that she's talked about allowing us to be able to use their facility since we don't have an auditorium to be able to host a musical. So we're looking at Little Mermaid in the spring.
They've got a big facility there.
They do.
Yeah,
they do.
And just think about their theater program. And I learned this when I was at West. Actually, we had, I think it was Miss Marley Pound that time, won the Trumbauer.
Trumbauer.
That's hosted at UNA.
Yes. Yeah, so she went. I had no idea what that was, and Dr. Black was able to explain to me how big of a deal that was. And,
huge.
And obviously, Marley went on to win Miss Wallace State, represent Miss Wallace State at Miss Alabama.
I saw Marley was here tonight. Yeah, she's here tonight.
You ain't going to find a better person than Miss Marley Powell.
She's a sweet girl. My daughter competed in the something with her and said she was super sweet. I just want to mention this real quick before we go on with Dr. Black. We got some family shout-outs here. We got Ty's uncle, I guess, Josh Watwood, bragging on him, and then Lakita chimed in and wanted to let Ty's know that hers was on here too. So, yeah,
love Lakita, retired secretary from West Elementary, and Berlin Hardware, taking care of Berlin Hardware. So
funny story about Trumbauer. My daughter went with Coleman several years ago. Standing outside a big tree outside that auditorium at UNA.
Right.
And a squirrel fell out of the tree and hit my shoulder, and it scared me pretty good. There we go. He got upended there. He landed on his head.
I mean, I know how much you like animals. So
absolutely.
That's the most Richard Orr
big
story
animal fan, big pet fan.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Scared me to death.
I've never heard of anybody getting hit by a squirrel.
I hadn't either.
I mean, I'm sure it's happened, but what are the odds?
If it would have landed on my head, I don't even know what would have happened.
I'll be honest. The best part was the livestock barn opening meeting there.
That could have been one of the more fun afternoons that I've ever had.
That was the craziest board meeting ever.
Yes.
A lot of things happening inside that thing.
Yes.
That livestock barn.
Thank goodness for those volunteers.
Yeah, exactly.
One point we all thought it was raining.
Yeah.
And it seemed to be.
Wow. Yes. So Dr. Black, first 9 weeks progress reports went home today, so we're halfway through the first quarter of the school year. So not only with how kids get connected, maybe just give our listeners an overview about how the start y'all been going on through the first half of this first quarter, and just give us a little information on that.
Yeah, I mean we've had to me, I think we've had a tremendous start. One of the best starts that we've had, and you keep talking about get connected, and I know you know that is my coin. That's the phrase and that we came up with, and and we encourage all of our kiddos to grow, engage, think, and have that sense of connectedness. And so, yeah, that's been something that we've been doing, and we've actually been doing one-on-one conferences in our tribe with our kids on getting connected and what are they involved in, and trying to get everybody involved in something. And that's what I love. Like our livestock barn, we've got kiddos that don't have interest in athletics, but you see them walking a sheep down the road. It's the craziest thing.
It actually happened right before.
I was about to say, I saw them before the game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I called Tret one morning. I said, Tret, you're at West Point High School when you see somebody walking a sheep on a leash.
And that is just 2 weeks ago.
That's 2 weeks ago on the conference.
So,
yes. Pretty incredible. But, yeah, we just have so many different opportunities, and that's really what it's all about, is trying to find someone's niche and get them involved in something, and have a sense of belonging. And so, yeah, we've had a great start from our pep rallies, and
you've got a new assistant principal this year. You're
Whitney.
Yes,
Miss Young.
Your former assistant has moved on to Shannon. Moved on to be the principal at West Point Elementary. And how's Whitney doing for you?
Oh, an incredible job. She's on fire. She's excited, and I'm almost. Hey, Whitney, hold on now. Let's go one thing at a time, because she's fired up about getting things done, and I love it because she just brings a whole different.
Right.
Let's go. It's a good run. She just brings a whole different a vibe and helping our culture and doing some things, and she's real big on creating that sense of culture and belonging, and just loving on our teachers, because we know when we love on our teachers, they're loving on our kids, and that's really what it's all about. So,
what can you tell us about some? Kind of highlighted a lot of kids who are doing things out here on the field. What can you tell us about some of these athletes, their character, and what they're like in the halls?
I'll tell you what. Coach McCravey has done a fabulous job with our players. Sorry about that.
Nice defense.
Yeah, I thought we were going to get there. But he's done a really good job with our kids about just talking about teaching respect, and being a team and being one, and doing those little things to try to make a difference. And like. Even today, I love, we used to wear jerseys on Fridays. He's got them in polos, They're rocking polos.
Clean it up a little bit.
They're cleaned up. Yes, they're rocking. And, and I'm noticing that the other day our cheerleaders bought biscuits for our football team. I think it was last week. I think we're almost in there. Looked like Lamar.
About the 4-yard line?
That's Aiden Ennis. Yeah,
was that Aiden?
About the 3. Yeah, he's played well tonight. He's played very, very hard.
Quarterback keeper. So, but they like the cheerleaders. All our football players, they were, the cheerleaders bought biscuits for them, and they did just an incredible job of just like little things, thanking them. Talking about that, just more camaraderie as a whole. I'm proud that we've got athletes from our other organizations and sports that have joined our football team. We've got a lot of our basketball players have come in and started playing with our football players, and they've brought a different dynamic in helping. And and I just think that's a big deal. With a 5A school, you have to be 2 and 3 sport players, because you need your strongest athletes out there just helping whatever it is, because a winner's a winner, an athlete's an athlete. They can get out there and contribute in some shape, form, or fashion. And that's what they're doing. Jackson Shelton's out here. He's been doing a tremendous job, and I could go on and on about a lot of our different players that have contributed in different ways, and I'm proud of them for that. I think they're doing a great job with that.
You get there?
There he is. Yeah, Aiden Ennis let to stretch it across right there.
Good angle from the drone there.
Touchdown. Yeah, absolutely. Great drone shot. There, and I'll tell you what, one thing that I appreciate and I respect out of this Coach McCravey crew from West Point is, and there we go with the mini heart attack again.
There we go.
From the West Point firework crew. You would think we would not be surprised by
No.
that.
That's Fat Boy Fireworks.
That's
There we
it.
go.
About this, though, is these kids are still working hard, fighting their tails off, playing hard. You can tell they're playing to the end. There's not a lot of quit in this crew. And
Good long kick.
there it is, Julio Fuentes there. And so, Dr. Black, we appreciate you joining us, and we couldn't be more proud of the facilities and how they look, doing a great job here at West Point. And hope you guys enjoy this break and enjoy a word from our sponsors.
It's football time in Alabama. The players are hitting the field, the cheerleaders are firing up the crowd, the drum major is striking up the band, and we all stand for the national anthem. This is Congressman Robert Adderholt. While you cheer your favorite team this season, I'll be on President Trump's team shaking things up in Washington. When we stand on conservative principles, it's a win for everyone. I'm Robert Adderholt, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Adderholt for Congress.
And we are back as West Point gets ready to kick off.
And I've already put a bug in the ear of let's not stack the box and let's play some safety tap. It'll be great.
All right,
we're live.
Yeah, we are back here. 7:09 left in the fourth quarter. West Point just
kind of
scored.
squibbing it at him. And
so here we go. So you hear the old "Don't know if you can," the old war chant that you Alabama fans are cringing over from last Saturday.
yeah. Oh, that was brutal.
That was brutal.
Kept waiting for things to get better, and it just never came.
I knew we were in trouble when the rain started.
That came down hard for a little while.
Bad memories from last year.
Right, we had a game 2 years ago, I guess, at South Florida that I went to, and it poured, and that was not pretty. Barely got by.
So Fairview here looking at skill positions, got some different numbers out there. Some guys getting some playing time. New running back in the backfield there. Looks to be number one, Ernesto Vasquez. First time he's been there is he's the right side of number 15, Colt Redding.
Oh, he got a face mask there. There comes the flag.
Yeah, they're going to lay the flag down right there.
I think he had his helmet turned. He's looking at his ear hole, so he knew that one was going to be called.
Face us there. A text message just from a Fairview alumni, Casey Smith. Hope the Smith family is doing well tonight. Appreciate you guys joining us on the broadcast.
We got someone. We got Paisley Jenkins actually here at the football game and tuning in to hear this, the soothing sounds.
I will be sure not to tell Mr. Duke that at the next board meeting that they prefer our announcing over his. Just some updates, some score updates. Good Hope final over Fultonville, 52-0. Nice. Gordo final over Hansel, 72-8. Coleman Athens another shootout, 34-31. Obviously 42-7 here. Vinemont over Phil Campbell, 22-16.
Big
Ernesto,
win
another carry
for Vinemont right there. And, first win of the season, but it also a huge win because it's a region ball game.
And I don't know if that's final, Coach. I don't know if that's final. I was not sure about that. I may have misspoke. Second down and long here. Fairview working in some new folks there. New quarterback coming into the game.
They're going to keep it on the ground most likely the whole time to try to run this clock out.
Yeah, quarterback number 28, Aiden Batts in the game. You don't see a quarterback in the 20s unless you're a Mike Winchell fan from Friday Night Lights.
That's James Short. That's John Short's son, one of our he's lead bus driver out at Fairview. Great guy. Yeah. John and Glory Short, a great family.
Phenomenal family.
Yeah, he does so much for the schools he's worked with, and he's just a great. I loved having him at Parkside.
Yeah, and he pulled up the other day on a motorcycle, and he has shared he has shared his love for motorcycles with his boys because I was heading to church and they both pulled up on motorcycles too. So I'm like, well, just must running the short family.
Well, I know they've taken some long trips cross country on motorcycles, the whole family.
Yeah, very, very interesting stories they had to tell. And so here we are at the fourth quarter heat timeout. 5:58 to go.
I can tell y'all serious about motorcycles. If you wouldn't, you called it a motorcycle. I can't imagine traveling across country on one of those things. So, man.
I couldn't either. They're doing that in the summer. So,
I mean, I was on a lawnmower the other day and got hit by a bumblebee, and that was tough enough.
So here with 5:58 to go in the fourth quarter, we are joined by Dr. Brad Stapler, principal from Fairview High School. Dr. Stapler, how's it going, my friend?
Man, living the dream, brother. It's a good night. We're enjoying it.
Good night. And you know, we've just been talking kind of all night long, just looking at the representation from each community here tonight. And so you can speak a little bit on the Fairview community and just how much support they're giving these guys and you as you've gone into year 2 at Fairview High School.
Oh, we're having a great time. Our community always turns out. They support our kids in all of our sports. And I tell you, our band's really getting after it tonight. And I love seeing the harmony, you know, with just the student section and our band and our cheerleaders, you know, just working together. So it's great. But, yeah, they've been great to me. Yeah, they've supported me the whole time and really just my whole career. You know, people from Fairview's always poured into me, and it's good to be back home and serving there for sure. But proud to be here.
So you graduated from Fairview, is that correct?
Yes, Richard. I graduated there in 1996.
So what kind of athletics were you involved in while you were there? It's kind of curious.
Well, I did a lot of things. I wasn't real good at any of them, but I say master of none. And I was heavily involved. I played on the golf team. I think the first year we had a golf team, I was on the golf team. Coach Hardiman was our coach there, and you know, he also coached me in football. Played there with Dalford Smith my senior year in football, and was thankful to do that. And then also basketball with Coach Knight, and ran on the track team. So I was involved in a lot. I needed to stay busy. It kept me out of trouble, I guess. But it was good.
That's the way to stay out of trouble. So I know Trent asked Wes this a little bit ago, but just kind of, you know, since you're talking about staying out of trouble by being busy, what kind of things do you have for the kids at Fairview? Opportunities for them?
You know, we have so much more now than what we had, you know, when we were in school, and they've been really creative. And you know, you have esports, that's I don't know, it takes some talent, I guess, to be involved in that. But you know, it's that niche, you know, and we just like to get kids involved. We have a bowling team, we have a fishing team, cross country, track. You know, there's basketball, football. You know, we definitely have all of our clubs with Scholars Bowl and Math Club, Key Club. You know, so many opportunities for our kids. There's no excuse for a student not to be involved in something. You know, we have the CTSOs with Career Tech, and you know, that's the goal. And Dr. Barnett's really pushed that too with us to make sure every kid's plugged in somehow, somewhere.
Yeah, and that's great. Just, you know, connectivity so huge. And, you know, Dr. Stapler, you and I were able to talk some pregame, just talk about the importance of, you know, this football team in the football season. And, you know, first 9 weeks progress reports went home today, and we've had a lot of success in athletics and in the classroom. So just give us an overview of the school year and the start you guys have gotten off to, and just anything with that you'd like to elaborate on.
Yeah, I was bragging on today. We did a little shout-out, you know, as far as attendance. It looks good. You know, we've had some urgency there about getting to school and getting to work, getting at it. You know, we don't have a homeroom now. We go straight to first period, and we tell them get there on time, get to work. And, you know, it's not perfect, but, you know, we're all working together to make sure that we're doing what we're supposed to do. And it's rolling well. You know, I feel like we're having a good start, and, you know, student participation. One special thing, and Coach and I were talking about this earlier, about Fairview, is us being all on one campus. It's a preschool K through 12, all on one campus. And the pep rallies, there's just so much activity there, so much excitement and enthusiasm, and, you know, it just brings everybody together. And everybody wants to be a part of that pep rally. And, you know, seeing seeing the little kids on campus today, where we're doing some stuff down at the outdoor classroom, Jim Boyd Outdoor Classroom. We're going to recognize that here, have a ribbon celebration in October, and such an honor to be a part of that. And some of our kids were working on the letters today, and we had the youngsters out there playing football. And that's elementary, we're at the high school. And to be able to go down there and play football, I mean, I'm supposed to be at work, Richard, but I was down there. I enjoyed that time.
Sometimes that's the best thing you can do is go down and connect with those kids that are going to be coming up at some point.
Dr. Stapler was dropping dimes as all-time quarterback.
Hey, I was the all-time quarterback.
Hurry up. No child can beat the Grinch. He's stiff-arming kids.
That's the biggest legend to live in Fairview Elementary history is Dr. Stapler dropping dimes on the playground. I love it.
The nice thing about I'll say this just as a brag for the admin team at Fairview. We had, I think everybody knows, there was a fire there 2 weeks ago, and the teamwork between the elementary, middle, and high school administrators, even Tret came, and he came over too to kind of help out. The car line for that fire probably ran smoother than it does on a normal day. I mean, it was just crazy, but it was great to see the teamwork and making sure our kids were taken care of and able to get home safely and we're safe. So we appreciate that from Dr. Rutherford and Matt, Trina and Kenny, and you and George, and like I said, Tret came over too and helped out all the Coleman County Police Department or Sheriff's Department officers that came out, and all the teachers that did a great job.
Well, Doc Stapler, we know that you got a excited student section over there, and glad you can jump on and go Aggies, man.
Hey,
I'll say it.
Love y'all.
Love
Thank
you, man.
Thanks,
sir.
Pride.
Glad to have you. Yes, sir. So here we go. 3:15 left to go in the fourth quarter. Fairview with a 42-14 lead. We'll be bowling in some finals here.
Oh,
but
you see what Robin?
Okay.
Robin says we're up 22-16. One play left. They're on the 25. The Hail Mary. No word as to if that is long throw on the flag.
I'm going to tell you this. Probably the most impressive throw of the night was the back judge there coming hauling that flag. He's going to need some ice in the morning on that right arm.
That went about 20 yards on that one. Perfect spiral from the flag guy.
Yeah, so Nate Ayers takes 24-21. Holly Pond's got the lead with 13 seconds left. So a lot of close games tonight going, and that. And, just talking about these communities, you think of these community sponsors and community folks. And, there's the guys out there at Fairview, Haynes Farms. You see them on the right. Haynes Farms, they plant a sunflower patch just for people to come take pictures at.
Yeah.
And so Ben Haynes, just a phenomenal Fairview man. His wife's the fax teacher out there, has just texted and told the folks that the sunflowers are in bloom and they are free for anyone to go and enjoy. So guys, go back and take some pictures.
My girls have taken advantage of that, and Whitney does an incredible job at Family Consumer Science. She's got a great facility there. It's new.
Yeah, new investment, huge investment by the school system in that. Yes, sir.
And she's incredible, and I appreciate her. My daughter's a fax teacher at Brindley Mountain, and she was kind of getting at, she actually talked to her and gave a little advice to me, helping her get there too. So appreciate her.
So getting some
Eagles win.
Yeah,
Vinemont gets the win.
There you go. Great win. Huge win for Vinemont. Dr. Netherton, that crew there. Coach Robinson, you ain't going to find a better guy than Stephen Robinson, I'll tell you that. Just a phenomenal man there. And so here we go, 42-14, getting close to that 2-minute mark, seeing some different numbers on the field. Some of these guys getting some playing time and getting in there and guys getting touched. But I'll tell you this, though, Rush Lamar, forced the fumble earlier. He's had a couple of carries, had that one run back, and he's brought a little bit of extra juice here for West Point here in the fourth quarter. It's been nice to watch him run.
Tick down under 2 minutes now as the time just keeps ticking away. Well, I know West Point hates it, but you get to this point in the game, and glad to see some young guys getting a little experience. Just a chance. They put a lot of time and effort into practice, and obviously they'd rather be on the winning side of getting some cleanup time. But either way, just good experience for them.
Yeah, West Point will be at Lawrence County next week.
Deep throw. That's going to be dropped it. Oh, man. Oh.
Number 24, Jackson Shelton, who's a great-looking athlete, phenomenal basketball player for Coach Vose's basketball team, one of those multi-sport guys that has been coming out. Just a tough drop there, really just kind of put the lid on kind of what this night's looked like for West Point. They've had a lot of close opportunities. They've had a lot of drives stall out in the red zone, some big drops there.
Those sometimes, receivers that they sure they've got it in, and they kind of take their eye off the ball, and last second, I hate that for them. But I think that's big news.
Big news. Just got a text from my son Walt at 9:33. He said, "This is Walt. I have a loose tooth." So we may be losing our first tooth tonight.
Maybe
Tooth Fairy may have
days. That's right. I'm gonna have to stop by the old.
We're gonna have to hit the ATM.
ATM, get a little money.
What is it? I've been out of the game for a while. What's a tooth run these days with the tooth fairy?
That's a conversation I'm gonna have to have my wife. You don't want to
set the precedent too high.
Yeah. You want to come in low with that expectation there. And go.
Hey, Facebook Nation out there watching on CCBOE TV on Facebook, what's the going rate? What's what's the tooth fairy need to pay young Walt when that tooth comes out? What's it go these days? I know this. Tooth fairy pays more for the white ones, and he wants those clean teeth.
That's it. No cavities, right?
That's right.
No cavities. So 15 Colt rating there in the victory formation, the best play in football.
Yep.
Taking a knee there as we line this thing down, and looks like the officials is going to let that thing get under the play clock maybe before they whistle us in, so we won't have to snap it again.
Oh, somebody's impressive backing skills.
That's right.
Getting after it.
As Toe Mater says in cars, I'm the world's best backwards driver, and we just witnessed that with the Gator here from the Fairview faithful.
I tell you what, they're going to have to start giving out parking passes and car passes, many UTVs, ATVs, everything else.
These communities are proud, right?
All right. Well, that is going to finish us up here. A 42-14 win, pretty dominant win by Fairview. Enjoyed it?
Yeah, it'll be a couple of weeks, will it not, before we're back on air? Our next, we'll be back.
Halloween, I think. Maybe.
Is it Hansville, Vinemont? Will be our next.
Hansville, Vinemont.
Yeah,
that's right.
So that's be that. So, guys, as always, we thank you for joining us tonight. Celebrate the big win as
$100 for the first tooth. They're saying.
All right, who is that? Oh, Brandon Hensley. Brandon, I will reach out to you guys. Hunter must be making some good NIL money
5 to 10 is.
Okay, Tiffany Jones. There you go, Tiffany Jones. That's more like it. So
well, we enjoyed it. Guys, I enjoyed it, and congratulations to Fairview. Good luck with these teams the rest of the way, and have a good evening.
That's right, and go Weaver Motorsports.
That's right. Go get them.
That's it.
Thank you for watching CCPOE.TV, a service of Coleman County Schools.